always a success when I hit the go live button and it works. That makes me so happy. So, hello everyone. We are back for more Veil Breakers. Count them, 2 sessions in a row.
Which is a new record.
Yeah, always an exciting time with our Neverwinter Nights, spelled with 2 Ks, because we have original ideas here. So everyone knows all of our streams are done for charity. This one is supporting Rainbow Railroad. You can see that at the top of our stream chat. So it's a good cause to support. The donation link is in the chat if you want to know more about it. And also, anytime a donation occurs, our players get an advantage token, which can help them in bad situations, which they've used liberally multiple times to get out of some bad spots.
One would argue that because of many bad situations,
you are a sick son of a.
To get out of
Gonna kill that dog.
Question:
He's the bad guy.
If I click on the
guys.
let's try that again. When I click on the
Take
railroad, and it's like we're fundraising, and then there's a little donate thing. Am I giving money to Bezos through that partially, or is that going directly to?
Oh, it goes directly to them. That's a good point. That's why we did that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Because it's a new interface for me.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, everything I have seen says that money still goes directly to the charity and not through Bezos to be portioned out, right? So if anyone sees anything new to dispute that, please let us know. But that's what I'm tracking to be the truth of the matter, which is why we have it set up that way. So, how's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Very good. For the last day of the weekend.
Yes. So, 7th Monday. I like it. It helps to manage expectations if you just, in my calendar, I cross out like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all that stuff, and just put Monday for every day. And then, like, it really gets me set up for the day. Like, oh, if I'm working on a Monday and it turns out, like, I can leave early, that's great because it's actually a Friday. But I just had Monday expectations, so...
You get to leave early on Friday.
Well, I mean, sometimes. Sometimes I get to work weekends, and sometimes I get to leave forever and never come back.
Just fucking grip it, baby.
Oh, shit.
Slop that down, dude. Shit, yeah, dude. Crack one for the big boy.
Is that $3.7?
It's because it's calculating Canadian.
I love it.
So it's doing the exchange amount.
That'll do it.
As you can see, it's a CA in front of both of the amounts. I'm guessing Rainbow Road might be based in Canada.
I feel like we switched over from the US version to the Canada version, and I don't remember when that happened, but I feel like I was watching stream when it happened. Sorry if that was during your game. Yes.
That's funny. I can only give you, 65% of a advantage point. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that
it's 66.7, just saying.
Hey, I was trying to do fast math, but you know what? Thank you. I appreciate you. So,
2/3 of a point.
I was gonna say I had to truncate it also because it's a non-terminating decimal. But
yeah, how do you change the amount then? Not that I want this to be show Joe how to use the internet. But...
At the bottom, there is a custom amount field.
No, we were going to play a game, but let's do your thing. No, actually, I honestly don't know.
So you set up a proportion where you have US dollars and then Canada dollars, and then you put in the one that you want, and you cross multiply and divide. Done. Okay.
Wait, yeah, that is a way. I'm sure there's a setting somewhere, and it's just a button to click or unclick.
Or you Google it. Hey Alexa, what's the how many Canada dollars for US dollars?
It's very much like when we first started streaming.
Why does your answer to Alexa? That's so weird. Okay.
Hey, call computer.
Yeah, that's what I call mine.
But then you can never watch Star Trek again.
It's true. And during the pandemic, when I would be on video calls when we were playing game stuff, people's voices that sounded kind of like mine, I think including Rouge, would occasionally say things, and my echo would be like, "Hey, let's play the taco song again." Yes.
I like that. That's the response.
Yeah. Well, that was yes. I love you all, but
But no, I'll have to I'll look at that. But yeah, I remember when we first started streaming, trying to figure out like all the buttons on OBS and what they meant, and like where stuff goes and the different wickets of like audio and video that has to pass through. Hell yeah, grip it and rip it, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The
And, like-
wickets it has to go through.
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
I appreciate your brand.
I was gonna say croquet reference. Also liquid death.
I'll
These are
take
two
it.
things happening at the same time.
I love croquet lessons.
Well, it's like, okay, I have sound in my headphones, and then I have sound in my computer, and then I have sound in the ether, and blah 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 blah.
Yes, but you referred to them as wickets specifically, which I
Sure.
enjoy. It's fine.
But it was one of those like, yeah, we ran an entire one shot. It was like a 1950s Call of Cthulhu, which was a lot of fun. But I was like, oh man, that's a fun little like chaos game that we played for charity. Then I went to watch the VOD, and I was like, that's weird. There's no sound. So there was literally a button I had to click that was, oh hey, you like sound, but do you want the sound recorded? And I was like, why is this a separate button? Yeah, okay. And I get it, so you can like play music and have it not. But I was just like, damn it. So all about learning to click the right buttons, which I've yet to do. So I'll figure it out eventually. Or not.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to play some D&D?
Let's do it.
Yay! That's like I enjoyed the comedian who said something about like in Jaws when they hire the guy and he's like, for $5,000 I'll find the shark, and for $10,000 I'll find it and kill it. And you're like, what were you gonna do for the 5,000? Just like sail out there and point at it and then go home?
Yeah, found it. Pay me.
just selfie.
Stick a little flag.
Yep. It's like it's on the area map, like location unlocked, shark.
Oh, nice. It just moves around the mini map though.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly.
So you get your airship and you're out there trying
But-
to find it. Like,
but
where
see,
the hell is this side quest?
But you can actually look up locations of great whites on the websites that I'm going to forget right now. But it's run through NOAA, I think, of the different like radio tagged great whites, and like it has like little pictures of them. And if you've ever like wanted to self-identify with like a really chunky great white, personally or not, whatever.
And that starts our bonus round.
I was like, that's not me. I mean, like, it'd be great to have sound effects for my like track shark thing, but like.
I did not know you could do that with the sharks.
Sorry,
That
it's
actually is very cool.
Osearch. It's like like ocean, but okay. Sorry, I'm sharing this with you all in the chat. So like, if you're watching this on VOD, just so you know, it's a thing that you should have done. It's Osearch like ocean, but then urch instead of the N, and that you can see pictures of the different sharks that they have tracked, and like Anne Bonny right now is up off of the coast of Maine, and you can see where she's been this summer. Like, she was first pinged in April, and I guess got tagged off of North Carolina, and she's adorable.
Aww.
So
That is
for a shark.
legit and wholesome, which I like.
If you also haven't watched like when the bears up in like Katmai National Park get like super fat at the end of the summer before they hibernate, they have a contest every year where you can vote on like bear of the year, and they start off like relatively svelte after hibernation, and then when they're done with all of their salmon feasting, they're like round. It's awesome.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I was.
There we go. Speaking about how I'm bad influences with children, these are the things we do in my homeroom. Just saying.
You're a monster, honestly.
I am.
Like,
Yeah, Justin, fucking
fun.
grip
Okay.
it and rip it, baby. Slop that down, dude. Shit, yeah, dude. Crack one for the big boy.
stockpile those
Hey!
advantage tokens.
All right.
I donated
$9.63.
13 Canadian and came up with 963. That was as close as I was going to get. But it has taken away the ability to put a message when you donate, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boo.
Does it take you to a separate page, or are you just doing it through the donate to charity button?
I just hit I used the donate link that was up above. Charity, dot live from the apocalypse.
But we have broken $200 of our $1,000 goals, so
Woo!
yeah,
All right.
20%, baby. That's legit. So.
All right. When last we left our heroes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, because of that sweet donation. Should I add more or less stuff to the encounter? I think my instinct is to say more.
Yes.
So just to give you like the full paid experience, right? We last left our heroes. They were leaving the city of Waterdeep on their way to the Undying Realms with a couple of goals in mind. Number one, they wanted to link back with Lady Allura, Odette's undying ancestor, to try and get some more information from her and follow up on a couple investigative lines there. Number two, they want to find a way to recover Itzel's cousin Metzley, who, during a fight with the council members, picked up a cursed object, or a rather very powerful, and I'll call it whimsical object that took her somewhere into the Shadowfell, and she is probably not very happy there. Not a lot of people are. It's a bad place to be. So, as the four of you, teleport in. I would like all of you to roll an insight and a perception check.
Okay.
Right. If you remember, every time when the teleportation circle in Lady Laura's realm is in kind of a very normal, very casual looking grand hall.
Oh, there's the jingle bell dice. Sorry, I was wondering what I was hearing. Okay.
I like to roll two at once because they're a fun noise, yes.
Teleportation circle sound effects. When did we get fancy?
We got a sound guy or sound.
We have Foley artistry over here. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wayne's World. Diddly, diddly.
Yeah, thank you.
I got a 2 for insight and a 19 for perception.
Okay.
I'm
a bodyguard.
I got a 22. Oh, what about Gruff?
Mm.
Can you roll?
He got a 14 for perception.
Okay.
Yeah, just
had
fucking
fun.
grip it, baby. Slap that down, dude.
She got 10-10.
Crack one for the big boy.
All right.
As close as I could.
I was gonna say, are people actually doing the math? I love it.
Oh! I pulled up a currency converter. Yes.
And Gruff got a 5 on insight. We are not insightful.
I did not actually roll all that well, but I got a 17 on insight and a 15 on perception because my bonus is insight.
What are you doing in here? Sorry, 1 second. A cat has emerged and I need to let her out of the room.
Cat.
I got a 22 on insight.
Dang.
Whopping 10 on perception.
Okay.
So
the car got nothing on insight because it does not have an insight skill, but it did get
perception.
A 14 on perception.
What perceives on the card?
So I got a 22 on insight and a 7 on perception.
Fantastic. We are nothing if not variety.
All right. But you got enough to get the big issues covered. So as you teleport in, right, in your sweet arcane steampunk car, right, that I have shamelessly stolen photos of from the Roll20 D&D photos. So you can see the little stock images in the back when I pull it up later. It's very funny. You hit the teleportation circle, and the first thing you realize is everything is eerily empty. Recall last time when you teleported in, there were some guards around. You met Sir Osborne Aspen, right? The knight that his armor was kind of blended into like the natural foliage of the area, and he had that very cool reflective helm. But you teleport in, and there's no one here.
Great.
That's disconcerting.
Odette gets out of the car and just starts kind of like walking the ground.
The insight. Who
Yeah, I
rolled
was
over a
gonna say, I
20
was
on
like, that's
insight?
That was me.
and
Okay.
2 people, right? Both of
22?
you?
Okay. Odette and Bella, both of you instinctively realize there is like a almost shift in the magical energies of this place. While this is the Undying Realms, as you were here, though, it is a peaceful place, right? It was almost a light tranquility over the whole area. That's gone. It feels like just a oppressive, humid, um, almost weight that falls over you as soon as you clear the teleportation circle.
I think Odette looks at her like her shadow sister, and like just kind of like both of them know shadow magic, and she just says, do you feel that, Bella?
It's
Not good.
it's a little disconcerting, I'd say.
It feels heavier. Something is gone. We should find Lady Alora as quickly as we can.
Well, but if something is wrong, we should probably be a little bit cautious too, right? There might be something dangerous here. We don't want to walk into it accidentally, unprepared.
This is true. If you want me to, I can try to scout ahead using darkness as cover. Or I can simply make sure that all of our steps are just a bit softer. And she just kind of like winks at Gruff and Valen.
Clank, clank,
Whichever,
clank.
whichever
Clank,
you
clank, clank. Ah.
Clunk, clunk.
We're still trying to climb out of the car.
I've gotten pretty good at stealthy bits. Also, I don't know how useful it would be for me to wild shape, but I can, like, even in just human me, I'm not bad at this. Just saying. If we want to take a look around, I'm not like I didn't pick up on the same atmosphere that it looks like you two did, but I can pick up on the sights and sounds pretty well as well. I am part rogue now.
Okay. Odette, I assume you're casting silence around you guys.
Move without a trace.
Oh, so pass without trace. That's what it is.
I mean that is a good point as well. I'm assuming silence would silence message if we try to use it.
Yeah, it will cancel verbal spells with verbal components, but pass without
Sweet.
trace will just keep you super stealthy.
Okay. So Odette like begins to do just kind of like a dance circling the group. If anybody wants to join in, she allows them. And just a second later, just there's this kind of like soft pop, muted around us.
Okay. Pass without trace is active. So, remembering the Grand Hall, right? It was basically teleportation circle kind of in the center. As you came down to the southern area of it, there was effectively like a meeting table, right? As VIPs or emissaries would come in, it was a place to meet with Lady Alora without having to go further into the weirdness of the Undying Realms. Because as you know, as you go further and further away from the keep, the Undying Realms don't quite act like the Feywilds or the Shadowfell, but they've got a little bit of, morphic tendencies to them and can get a little disorienting if you're not prepared for it.
Is anything different with the table? Or do we notice anything different or signs of violence?
Give me some investigation checks, please. And then I'll also remind you that there is one main set of doors on the eastern side. And then there's just beautiful tapestries and art up on the wall, right?
17 for investigation.
9.
Okay. Until you kind of start walking around the table, and you see this table was set for roughly about 8 people, right? It could easily host 20, right? And very quickly, it looks like people left. Right? There's a couple chairs that were just like casually strewn about. Nothing's like tossed, but this is a place of etiquette, and the idea that some people would just like get up and leave and chairs would be all just askew. The food is still here. Some of it not touched, some of it partially eaten, right? There's a glass that was knocked over on the table that looks like it just kind of like spilled some dark wine that is just kind of dripping down one side of the table at this point. But yeah, it looks like there were people here that left very quickly.
I'm going to turn on Divine Sense and just kind of keep that active while we're here. See if anything is still around.
60 feet.
Yep.
You sense 2 undead ping outside of the grand hall doors. Big old like double doors that are very like ornate and elegant. That would definitely be good to make an entrance if you were to pull an Aragorn, right?
Okay.
And push them in, right?
When I was here last time, do the Undying Realms people trigger as undead?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Lady Alora did. Because she is technically undead. But most people here, it depends on like their origin, but it's not standard.
Okay. I'm going to hold up 2 fingers and point at the door, and then I'm going to walk over and open it.
Okay. Itzel is going to grab like an uneaten green bean from the table and like munch on it, like pointing out a couple of the things that like were they left in a hurry.
Odette immediately kind of like slips into like a shadow, and if she allows her to, she is going to try and like pull Bella into the shadow as well to kind of like hide them both.
Can I roll for stealth to also like hide in a corner behind something?
Absolutely.
While we're at it?
You get that sweet plus 10.
I think it's a plus 12 now, but yeah.
Even better.
Great, so 16.
Mine is going to be...
Because I didn't roll well.
So that is a 38 for me.
Jesus!
I told you it's going to be unfair.
Wait, we also get 10 because of the pass without a trace?
Mm-hmm.
Take it back, 26.
There we go.
Yeah.
Stealthy group.
Yep.
26, 38.
I actually got an 18, which for my disadvantage is pretty good.
That's great.
That's pretty awesome.
That's very good, yes.
With the plus 11, yeah.
I was gonna say I rolled like crap, and and I've got a really.
We said we got plus 10 from Odette's spell.
Yes.
Sweet. Then I have a 29.
Okay.
Nice.
Itzel, Odette, and Bella kind of just retreat off to the sides, picturing like of the sides of the door close by, right, and kind of hanging in the shadows. This is not a brightly lit hall. It's got like the nice dimmer switches, almost like warm lighting. You can see fine across it, but it's not like you're in a fluorescent style building where every single corner is just illuminated, right? It's cozy.
It's great for shadow stepping.
And it is. I would say this is close to dim light. Valen, as you go to open the door to the grand hall, you're going to push it, and your hands actually don't touch the door. There is a thin, like, purplish red aura that you end up engaging with first that blocks you from actually grabbing the door handles or interacting with the door itself. And the rest of you all can see this little bit of like arcane light just flash off as he tries to touch the door.
Now, does that count as a consecrated or desecrated object? Because my divine sense would tell me about objects too.
It would not.
Okay.
Because of the nature of it, it would not. But good reminder.
All right. He's going to look back and make sure everybody else is ready, and then just turn on the sword. And he's about to take this door down.
Give me, since you're right next to the door, give me one more perception check.
And I actually get advantage on these with the new shield.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
Also, because I would have seen that happen, can I do an Arcana check to see if I understand anything else about what is happening here?
Absolutely.
Double 16.
Double 16?
And that's a 26 on my Arcana check.
Only a 26? Okay. No, that was a wildly good check. Valen,
I have a wildly good Arcana.
you push at the door and kind of stop for a second as you're assessing like this arcane light that came off of it, and it kind of like it's warm to the touch, right? It's like holding a hot tea mug. It's not going to scald you, but it's just a little. It's sensory input, right, that you feel as you do this, and then you can hear outside the door just strange low guttural noises.
Oh, don't like that.
If you had to guess, you got a 16. If you had to guess, those things are probably standing directly in front of the door.
So like ghoulish, like monster noises, or like people whispering? I'm assuming guttural, you mean like not voices.
No, it sounds like odd, like grunts and moans and weird things that you've heard before from.
Nope, don't like that.
Yeah. Bella on a 26. You're familiar with a spell that allows you to lock doors, portals, any types of passageways that you could basically render shut in some manner with additional arcane protection. And it's not volatile, it's not evocation magic, it tends to be abjuration, right? And what it does is it makes it very, very difficult without magical means to open those doors and be some type of arcane block spell, right? And you can identify that it was cast from the outside.
So from the other side of this door.
Mm-hmm.
So to keep something in the room, basically.
Or
that they thought they weren't going to win, and so they just wanted to keep whatever's out there from making it further in.
To the teleportation circle.
If anybody wants to make an insight, there's a third option.
Yeah.
There's a third option between they wanted to keep something out and they wanted to keep something in?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 21 that time.
That's more clarification, but
17.
19.
14.
Okay. Hey, Valen, it's important to have a clear field of egress in the event that anything goes wrong in combat.
They were trying to protect their escape.
Or their escape was barred. One of the two.
Someone else tried to stop their escape. So someone on the other side blocked this hall off so they couldn't get to the teleportation circle. Would be a logical assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's even more reason this barrier's got to come down.
If it's still up, we should be prepared for the idea that there may not be anyone. I don't want to say alive, but we can say currently of like up and mobile on the other side. That
or they're fighting right now and need our help.
This is true.
So
I think
Valen is going. What Valen would do is make it clear that there are two opponents right on the other side of the door. I'm about to bust this fucking door down, and then things will go loud very quickly, unless somebody else wants to say or do something.
Odette simply says, I know that we can easily take care of whatever is outside of that door. I know that Lady Alora and everybody within the keep are probably in trouble. We may be able to sneak past and therefore not attract a lot of attention. That is a possibility. There is also the possibility that you three engage, and I will dance ahead through the shadows to see if I can find survivors.
Okay. Are there any windows or anything that Odette could see outside to teleport to a shadow?
So there are windows. As you are around the hall, the windows tend to be off the ground, higher up, to bring in some that like, serene bluish green light that changes to like a dark purplish twilight as it gets darker here. Which you're starting to see that twilight hint kind of coming in through the windows now. Um, for a normal person, this would be a chore, right? Because they're probably about 20 feet off the ground. They're designed to let in light. They're not designed for access. But they're pretty large. And if one were to be able to, I don't know, walk up walls or some nonsense, then it probably wouldn't be a problem.
I was assuming we were just going to get like a graceful leap and twirl. And...
I mean, also, yes.
Not just 90-degree walk. Whoop we go.
Yeah. Just 500-foot vertical leap, like whatever. I'm a monk. And you see, the windows are on all sides, right? They're kind of strategically placed for maximum like ambiance. So you've got tapestry, window, art, window, some type of unique display window. So you have your option of which side you want to go out.
You said the windows are about 20 feet up?
About 20 feet up, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to do it.
It's about 10 feet tall, so like you could easily, once you get to them, like they're medium creature size, not a problem.
Cool. I'm going to go into
We're getting some echo here, I think, from Joe's mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me see if I can turn it down.
No problem. Just wanted to point it out.
What are you saying, Itzel?
I'm going to go into starry form while we're getting ready. But I'm going to do dragon starry form this time. So the constellation that appears in my, like, celestial, like, somewhat, like, insubstantial form is the dragon. And it gives her, like, now these little, like, celestial wings. Nice, like, reptilian, just little guys, not huge. But that's what we're gonna hang in, and I will fly up to the window.
Okay.
Are we still getting any echo?
I don't hear it.
I don't think so.
Great. Odette will just kind of leap up the side of the building, and like whatever clearance she doesn't get, she just sticks to the wall and tries to get to the window closest to the door.
Okay.
If that's where Itzel is.
Sure. Whichever window you were going for is where she's going to go.
Got it.
But,
okay. Yeah, the two of you are able to get up to this window ledge. It's a beautiful, ornate window, right, with different stained glass colors to kind of amplify the already beautiful natural lighting here. It's not anything special as you're kind of looking at it. It looks like it's just made of very well tempered glass, and like you could easily smash it. That will be loud, but easily done.
Looking down, do we see whatever creatures Valen warned us about?
Yes, you do. It's a bit of an awkward angle. Where did my... Oh, that's a tab I didn't open. Silly me. As you look down, it's a bit of an awkward angle, but you can see what look like two swaying humanoid-looking forms. Go ahead and give me another perception check. Oh, that's one. There you go.
Yeah.
This is easy. It's all they're zombies.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
There's something weird about them. Because zombies don't make really good guards, right? They're better for just throwing multiple of them at a group to just wear them down, right? You sense some other type of call it like an instinct or something, but like the idea that there'd be two zombies here potentially guarding this escape route doesn't add up, right? Either there's more of a capability they have that you're not seeing, or there's something else here that is in play. But the hair on the back of your neck kind of stands up at that potential danger.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like look at Odette and then like make eye contact with Valen below and kind of do like, and then be like something else.
Yeah, no, Valen knows enough about zombies to be like, you don't leave them as guards.
Like, yeah, like mime like hitting into like a trip line or something. Like, this is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might leave those so that you know if somebody were to break through the door.
Does it look, from this angle, does it look like... Well, I guess you couldn't open it from either side, the spell, right? The spell would prevent you from using either side of the door, correct?
Correct. It locks it completely.
Now, do we notice the same thing on the window?
Bella would know this about the spell. You can pass through arcane locks if you know the actual pass key that was established when the spell was made. There is an incantation or a code word, right, that you can use to just open the door. Itzel, it does not seem like this spell would affect this area up here.
Cool. She looks at Itzel and she says, do we go down and report, or what is the best way forward? I could simply leave from here.
It's going to be loud breaking the window, but we're not going to hit the lock. So it might be best if we went first, or if the other two went first. Or sorry, we went first and then the other two later.
Me breaking this door is going to be loud. If you want to use it as a distraction for you to break the window.
I do apologize.
I'm more worried about what
thing that Itzel would see, because you have that cloak that lets you detect magic. These zombies have a lot of evocation magic on them.
Claymore zombies.
Okay.
You look upset. What's wrong, dear?
Well, I mean, the lock on the door might set a signal, but the zombies are definitely going to... They're more of a problem than they appear. So
explain.
it might not matter if we signal with the breaking of the window versus, but I feel like and then she's gonna be like, How likely is it, do we think, that the password through the door is just Zangy?
Odette kind of like thinks about it, and she like says, let me. She starts going through the Book of
Sorry,
Shadows.
assuming that Bella like communicated that it has like a password.
Yeah, sure.
Like, yeah.
God damn it.
Odette starts going through the Book of Shadows, and she's just like, I know he kept a list of passwords here somewhere. A lot of them are just
maybe
1, 2, 3, 4.
check if it's just taped to the back of the back page
Yeah,
of
sticky
the
note.
diary.
The back page. Odette will literally just start paging through the Book of Shadows.
Okay. Heck, give me an investigate check. This is fun.
That was just like password. Zangy.
Oh, okay. So
Never
I rolled
would
an
do.
18. I need to add
That's a 19.
investigate. You said
Hmm.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I think we're just it's very fun. Like we're just kind of hanging onto a window,
Yeah.
and then just like I'm flipping through, and
I'm
you're like,
hovering it next to it because I can hover. So
yeah, and she's just kind of like casually leaning against, like the way you would like, kind of like like a cool kid at school, like smoking cigarettes. He's just doing that against a window pane with you like fluttering, and like we're just perusing the book together.
All right. There are a couple possible things that this password could be. Would you say you rolled a 21?
Hmm.
Heck
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, and she helped with 19.
So what I'll do is I'll give you 2 potential uses, right?
Okay.
Or guesses, if you will. So Zengi is one of the possible passwords.
Oh my god.
Right. The other ones that come up in his writing as you kind of do a mental control F of this book for like frequently used words. He talks a lot about vengeance, freedom, eternal, and liberation. Right. Those are other words that come up a lot in his writing.
Words that, when spoken together, chill the blood. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
context.
Yeah. So if you wanted to try to guess the password, if you will, with that 21 investigation, I'll give you basically two freebies, right? And then the third one, if it's wrong, bad shit happens.
Okay. Odette kind of like calls down, like we're all kind of basically very muted. So and when she calls down, she tries to see if the zombies are like reacting at all.
You feel very confident with your pass without a trace. They're not aware of you.
Right.
I've rolled perception for them. You could have us party in here and they probably wouldn't notice it. That's another blanket roll with two rolls below 5. So
change of plans. We're having a party, guys. So
flip this table.
Down.
Any wine?
Someone's got to finish the dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, this wine won't drink itself.
They're not. Zombies are not known for perception.
Odette calls down. She's just like, we've narrowed it down. It's Zangi, and everybody I think like nods. We're like, of course. Vengeance, freedom, eternal, and liberation.
And I circled the 1 to be fair. So when you call it, right or wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's a door, so is liberation a little too on the nose?
It's a door that he's locking. I would have thought eternal.
I know that Zangi is very wrapped up in himself. I would vote for, well,
Zangi.
vengeance and eternal.
All right,
if it's
so that's
Nengi,
2 for Eternal. Shall we try that one first?
yes. And she's like, Bella, I don't know if you want to do the honors, being the arcane mistress of our group.
I can try, and then I guess Valen, you be ready with the sword.
Yep.
Okay, so we said Eternal as like one of the first.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Odette kind of readies a glance at like a shadow nearby the outside the zombies. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Bella,
so
you
the
would
first
know.
thing Bella will try is Eternal with like trying to reach through to like reach the knob, the handle, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go because you know the words don't matter unless you actually touch the thing. So you reach out and try to touch it and say eternal, and you get almost like not pain, but like so almost like a vibrating like shock for a second as like an angry like red color just ripples across the arcane ward.
Nope, not that one. Okay, remind me of the next one.
Vengeance, I think, was the next one
Okay.
that we were.
Okay. Okay. She's gonna put her other hand up this time and say vengeance.
As you put your hand up, Gray says, I don't think it's vengeance.
What do you think it is?
I'm so glad Itzel can't hear what goes on with Gray, because I swear as soon as I'd be testing that one next so fast.
Well, I mean that depends. Do you only care about my opinion when it's useful to you?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fuck off now.
Gray's an asshole and I love him so much.
If you're not going to help, you can just stay silent, you know. You don't have to comment.
I'm perfectly happy to help, but I want to help as, well, a partner to you, and I feel that has shifted over time.
I'm a 2-year-old.
Is this really the time to be having this conversation, Greg? Like, we were in a city with like a lot of downtime recently, and you want to talk about this while we're trying to unlock an arcane door with zombies on the other side and a possible attack going on?
I spent a lot of time around Zengi. I listened to a lot of his rants. I know what's on his mind. So, we didn't have this situation in Waterdeep. But if you feel that it's vengeance, it's vengeance.
Jesus.
Got enough magic that you probably won't die.
Odette just like looks at it. What's taking so long?
What do you mean I won't die? I mean, I clearly got the first one wrong, and it was just like a zap. So, like,
we can hear Bella's talking out loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please remind your twin that we prefer you alive.
Words like this can explode if tampered with too much.
Yeah. No shit.
Bella? If it is not vengeance,
Liberation.
What do you believe it would be?
I don't know, Gray. What do we think it would be?
Well, I appreciate the we. I like feeling included. Freedom. Zengi is obsessed with freedom. And as he says that to Bella, like you can recall conversations that have occurred when Zengi has reached out to party members, and he has harped very, very hard on wanting to be free from the gods, from mortality, like wanting to just detach himself and basically the rest of the world, if you believe his insane ramblings. to give them true freedom so that they're not bound by anybody. It's a thing he's obsessed with.
All right, we'll try your idea. And she will hand up and say, freedom.
Put your hand up, and the red arcane light, kind of centering from your hand, just disperses across the door.
Odette looks at Valen. I think they've done this before, and she just goes, and then she like vanishes. And probably as he's just like, doing your.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to hit the door with Thunderous Smite,
Nice.
but if it's unlocked, then I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Peerless Athlete, which doubles my push, pull, drag, carry, lift, and he is going to take a boot to that door.
Oh.
Can we like time it so that like those of us at the window can be like, hang on, both of them are right in front of it, go. Like,
yeah, that's what our countdown was going to be for, and he's going to give that door the boot.
Right. Yep.
Cool. That gives you advantage on athletics and all those other things as well.
Advantage on athletics, doubled push.
Dope. Okay. Normally the DC, well, it's unlocked actually. You're not kicking it. That's great. Hey, roll me athletics.
I'm glad that had advantage. That is a 24.
Okay. Let me roll. Nope. Oof. All right. Dope.
Dope for us or dope for you? Those are two very different types of dope.
Those are two different dopes. I'm gonna need clarification on that dope.
Well,
I sense some distrust.
you have to understand.
I sense some distrust and maybe bleed from the gray conversation.
You have to understand, like, I get to double dip because if you all win, I'm like, hell yeah. And if my monsters wreck the crap out of you, I'm like, hell yeah. Like,
exactly.
Like, that's why I love to DM, because like the house always wins.
Oh my god! After this, guys, everybody in the stream, just in the channel, just realize that it's really just Andy high-fiving himself right at our game.
Password is Andy. If you just put that in there, it would have been fine.
Five.
So, that's a lot of damage. Okay.
So that'd be a 30-foot knockback from kicking the door to shove these things away from it.
That is wild. Okay, cool. That is just quick math.
Funny enough, that would be the same amount of knockback from Thunderous Smite. So.
Okay. You smash this door open, and right as Valen raises his foot, with like just the tremendous amount of strength from Tempest blessing you to do some warrior bullshit, right? Like, you're just getting it. You do hear Greg go, "You're welcome." And the door slams open, hitting these two zombies, right? And sending them both, and Odette and Itzel, you can see this from your like positions up in the window, flying forward. One of the zombies like does the equivalent of the snowboarding yard sale, right? Where they like hit and tumble, then like a limb comes off, and then like it's the like, I lost my sunglasses, I lost my hat, I lost my snowboard. Like as you know,
I get it.
yeah, and like just falls apart as it just hits the ground, still groaning and moving, but just wildly damaged. The second one only catches a part of the door and is like spun and flung backwards a little further, still in the same kind of trajectory, right? And just lands with a solid thud and begins to like turtle as it's working to clamber its way back to its feet. Let me get Odette and Itzel and Bella if you want to take an action, because I will say they're surprised and they'll probably be dead before you have to roll initiative. Let's see.
Great. I think what Odette is going to do is, economy of actions. In order to get over there, I need to shadowport through the mirror, through the window into the shadows. It's 20 feet up,
Mm-hmm.
60 feet to work with. Everything is considered dim light, so I guess
Yeah,
I go
especially out
behind
here.
the the most damaged one to see if I can take it out
Okay, yeah, you
to attack.
vanish from the windowsill and appear in front of the zombie who's like missing
Behind the
like an
zombie.
oh yeah, sorry, behind the zombie, but like missing like an arm, one of the ankles is flown off somewhere. It's very much the straw man of like, I took some of this, throw it over here, you know. And it just looks at you with just utter shock.
Ooh,
But since it's a surprise round, can't react, so
that's
which is good
fantastic.
for you.
And because they're surprised, do we get like advantage or on attacks or what happens? Well, actually, I get advantage for shadowporting next to it. So
and you would get an advantage for it being prone too. But technically, surprise is not just this. Does actually surprise.
they just can't do anything, right?
Yeah, so you have triple advantage, which is just advantage.
Triple. It's just double, quadruple advantage. Nice. So that is a 19 to hit.
Ooh. I don't know.
Oh, and then actually, yeah, let me re-roll that. Great. And then that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's close. They both hit though.
They both hit?
Yeah.
Great. Let's try this out. So she is going in with this this blade that she just bought, and
Nice.
she's thinking about the warranty and like all of the other perks that she and everybody else did not take. And she's just keeping that in mind. That would be 14 points of slashing.
Okay. The first that attack destroys that zombie.
Hell yeah.
Great.
I'm going to roll something in Owlbear real quick. That's very high.
Okay. I'm an owlbear.
Yeah. How do you put this zombie down?
Great. She just goes in and she just slices its head off because that's what Valen told her to do, and a couple of conversations passed. So she just like aims it downward and just kind of flicks it off, and then she just
flop, 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 flop.
she like a fucking shadow drawn against silk. She's next to the next. She's right next to the other one. He's also prone,
Yeah.
and that so like one hit actually killed it. So does a 21 still hit the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Then,
This one did not take nearly as much damage, which is good. Well, for some people.
That's 14 magical slashing.
Okay. You slash this zombie as it's like kind of turtling and starting to try to get up. I think you just go through like you're going for the head and it's just like flailing, and instead you just get like two of the arms you just flop off, and they're still kind of flopping around too. But it's still trying to get back up now. It looks very, very badly, just very, very, very badly hurt.
Great. And then she uses the rest of her movement to just like move back 30 feet because she knows that it can't take a reaction against her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, Odette, like just a nightmare shadow, just slices one zombie's head off before you can blink, and then like takes the arms off of a second one. Bella or Itzel?
How far away are they?
About 30 feet.
About 30 feet.
Cool.
One would have to go with the tape measure to get official distance, but
Great.
30
Bella,
feet.
do you want to go or do you want me to?
We know I'm just going to Eldritch Blast it if you leave it to me, so if
I
you have
mean-
something cool to do.
That's still cool. I'm fine with that.
Hit it with both barrels.
Nothing wrong with Eldritch Blast. I think all Itzel is going to do then is go through the window, and because I'm not as fast when I'm flying, so she's going to go like forward and also a little bit down. So I'm basically going to be like hovering 10 feet above Odette.
Okay.
And then Bella can Eldritch Blast it
Pew pew.
because that doesn't use a spell slot.
It does not.
Fire away. The one bad thing. So let's see. You have disadvantage because it is prone and this is a ranged attack. You have an advantage because it is a surprise round. So roll dice like normal.
All right, so the first one is a 16 to hit.
Real close. Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay, I did get it.
Yeah.
Well, assuming it lives through the first blast, it's a 24 to hit on the second one. So let me roll damage.
You should have a third blast too, I think.
Do I get a
you
third
don't
blast
need it. You don't need it for this, but you definitely should have a third one.
by now? Well, because
You
I
get
haven't
that
been
at 12.
I haven't been leveling up Warlock though. I've been leveling up Sorcerer.
But cantrips are based on your total character level.
Oh.
So you would have 3 beams.
Sweet. Well, the first beam does 7.
Okay. It explodes. Like
Pew.
it's flailing. One of the
It's the equivalent of like chucking a rock at it and it just like drops.
Mhm. Like there's a moment where like it's using its leg to try and pull its arm back to like maybe reattach it, and then just the whole thing just explodes into more like a mess of confetti, mist, and limbs. Right. Cool. The
Balin is very quietly trying to be like, ah!
the evocation energy that you saw here earlier, Itzel, dissipates. Just
Okay.
which is cool because they did not get a reaction. Well done.
Good.
They were probably going to explode, weren't they?
That's what I was gonna say.
Wait, who knows? We'll never know at this point.
We'll never know.
We'll never know what Andy's notes say. Unless we bribe Heather to look at them after tonight's session and tell us. No.
Here's the thing, though. The notes are password locked, and you have 3 guesses. And if you get the
I would like to guess Daisy for password number 1.
There we go.
All right.
He already told us the password was Andy.
It's Andy. 5 Andy.
Right. So,
Are there any loot on the zombies?
Oh yeah, we should grade
zombies?
these guys.
No. They're just a mushy mess of nonsense at this point, right?
All right, now that we're out, do we hear any fighting going on anywhere nearby?
Oh, there's some weird shit happening. Go ahead and roll me another round of perceptions.
Odette takes the opportunity to say, I just want to say I feel like we've come so far and I enjoy planning out these bits of battle with all of you. It's just very rewarding.
It is a lot
And
of
I think
fun.
we're super effective too.
I agree. I got a
24.
23 on perception.
24.
Okay.
Odette was just so enamored with the moment. I got a 10. So.
Yeah, Valen used face kick on the zombies. It was super effective.
I think butt kick, really. They were facing out.
That's true. Door blast. Couple things are happening as you. Valen, you said you got a 21.
Yes.
All right,
Odette got or Itzel got a 22.
24.
even better. All right.
Oh, so I got a 23. You got a 24. Yeah.
1-0. So that heavy kind of sensation that Odette and Bella felt when they first came here, Valen and Itzel, you can really clearly feel it now. It's over this whole area. One thing that really stands out to you is there are no stars.
Were there stars last time?
The Undying Realm has beautiful cosmology, right? There are stars. There's like during the day, the clouds are like unique colors because they kind of feed off of the other strange ambient environmental hues that happen here. So you get clouds of like pink and light blue as you guys were doing your training session, right? There were no stars here. They just are not present. The second thing you notice is there are what seem to be 3 different areas of conflict happening. Right? So you look kind of off. I'll call 1, 2, and 3 to make life easy. Right? The first one you kind of look off into the distance, and you can see reflections of what looks like magical energy, and you can hear the sounds of explosions and steel. Right? And Valen, you would know that came from actually close by where you all had your rest day in that meadow. Okay. Second thing, Itzel, you notice there's strange movements. And I'll give this to you one because you're a little higher up in the air, and I think you could like do a little flying lap too and see this. There are strange movements out in the trees, right? There are no sounds of combat, but there are things lurking that look like they're actively patrolling or hiding. It's hard to tell which, but it's important because you're looking at like the main paths that would take you back to like that rest barracks area where you all stayed, and it's along that pathway that there are things kind of in the woods lurking, right? So the most direct route back to here.
Lurking, not actively making their way towards the barracks.
It's hard to tell unless you sat and like observed them for a while, but there are things definitely moving through the shadows of the trees. But yeah, Valen, you're pretty good at tactical mapping. Like once this is pointed out, that's the fastest route back to the Great Hall. So
Here.
So if you wanted to run from the barracks, they'd have to go through that area. The last thing you notice is a weird sliver of light. And it stands out against kind of the dark sky. And it was not there when you first arrived. As you're kind of doing this recon is when it's
like
goes up
into the sky. Like it's
an emergency flare.
It's maybe, but it looks like a very, very thin spotlight of just this like bluish white light that is starting to go up into the sky. Here's the interesting thing. It starts as a very concentrated and formalized pillar of light. And as it gets further and further up, it disperses into weird shapes, right? Just amorphous forms. And as they reach into the night sky, they just at a certain point vanish.
Somebody's trying to fight the thing that's blocking out the stars.
Maybe.
I'm just spitballing.
But on that 24, you realize that it comes from an area that was mentioned, but Lady Alora never took you there, and I think Odette would be able to identify this because you've seen it before. That's towards the Wellspring Incarnum, which is where Lady Alora had been storing all that extra Incarnum over the millennia in preparation for use.
So are we possibly seeing like souls being released from the Incarnum?
Make a religion check.
Oh no, it's that scene in Ghostbusters.
How dare you? I steal from my work. I steal very well from my work.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to be... That's an 18.
Okay. That's a very strong possibility. The idea that this light could be Incarnum and these amorphous forms could be fragments of soul energy. It makes sense when you're looking at how quickly it is being almost devoured by the sky, right?
Okay, those are some... That's a specific word.
Yeah.
Knowing...
All right, I felt good about it until then. Okay.
Yeah, knowing what the bits and pieces Bella might remember of her time with Zangi, technically, / Gray's time with Zangi, would she be able to do an Arcana check with the interpretation that perhaps what's happening is that they are stealing the Incarnum for Zangi's use?
Yeah, roll that. Roll those dice. Do I have a dog in here? Oh, I did.
She's passed through a couple of times.
To be a 28 for that Arcana check.
Nice.
This is my stat now, so.
There are two possibilities. Both are equally, well, both are wacky, right? The first possibility is absolutely, like, this could be Incarnum that is being stolen by Zangi or by some dark entity for future potential use. Second option is that you know that divine entities, both good, neutral, and evil, feed off of Incarnum. It is something that Zangi focused his research on, and why he wanted to originally stop the gods from basically consuming the Incarnum of people as they passed away. One would argue it's part of the natural cycle, because that Incarnum is then like the life force in Final Fantasy VII redistributed back into the world. But it may have some points. I don't know. The bottom line is there could be other things taking advantage of this Incarnum kind of leaking, right? Because it is very powerful essence for divine things.
That sounds bad.
Mm-hmm. So
I'll say Valen is going to the battle. Like, with his god and his paladin oath, he does not have much choice in this matter. He's worried about his kids. Let's be fair. He's going to that battle. If any of you want to go check out the other thing, you are on your own, sadly.
I'm trying to rifle through my notes, and this is just like a continuity thing. I swear that the dance troupe went to the city through the teleportation circle.
Oh, did they?
But I can't for the life of me find my notes on that. So
here's the thing.
I thought we left them here because it was safe.
I'm willing to take either one in this moment, right? Because it has been a minute, things have changed, right? And who's to say you couldn't have gone back once you got to Waterdeep and brought them with you, right? I'll buy that. The question I'll ask from you is, which one do you want? Because it will change what's happening here.
But just to be clear, which one did we do originally?
Originally, they stayed.
They did stay, because I thought it would be
contest
safer
that,
here.
but that's me. I don't know if everybody's memory is that they stayed. I might just be in the minority, and then we go with that.
I'll tell you why they stayed. Because you went from here to Gray's workshop to Bella's home residence to Waterdeep.
Yes, but I remember them like
circuitous.
walking into the teleportation circle before we left, and Lady Alora doing. But that human memory is very faulty.
Now, that said, there's nothing that says they couldn't have been on the next teleportation circle out to Waterdeep.
Yeah, if you wanted, while we were there, if you at any time wanted to be like, you guys come to the city, it's safe.
No, I think we could roll for it. Like evens they stayed.
I'll take that.
Do you want to do it in the owlbear? Does that show up on a stream?
That does not.
Gonna have to go through our old episodes. Oh, do I roll it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to. Wait a second. I got it. Let's just do a straight up 2020.
All right. Evens they stayed. Odds they went.
Let me see.
Which makes sense too, because like there's a possibility they stayed for a little bit and then decided they wanted to go somewhere else, and Lady Laura would help them, right?
Yeah.
So I will buy
go.
that.
12.
Evens they
I like a
stayed.
number. All right. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Definitely. I would be. Odette would be very interested in like going to where the battle is, because that's probably where everybody is.
That's where my kids would gather to fight.
Okay, and we established that it's basically we go to the fight or we go to where the Incarna is leaking.
Correct.
Are sort of the two features that we're seeing.
But with the knowledge that there are things out in the woods that could potentially either be hiding from bad things or be bad things with the intent to ambush.
Yeah.
Now, what I had taken from what you said is that there were things between us and the barracks, but are there things between us and the field or us and the Incarnum that we see?
No.
Okay.
But that might mean that if there's anybody that like ran from the dining room and managed to escape that way, that's keeping them there, right?
If there's anybody in the barracks, they are either a hostage or they're hiding, but we do not hear active fighting from there, which makes me think that they are not in priority A.
Yeah, yes, that's fine. Sorry, I'm saying it doesn't mean that there isn't anything there. It's just not.
Yeah,
yes.
just talking it out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. This seems like the right time to set up for a break and come back. So the four of you rush off towards the field, the little hillside where you had your training, you had your first real break after a just terrible series of things.
I was intending for Bella to split off and go check out the Incarnum.
Oh God! All right.
I was gonna say, if we want to split the party,
yeah.
I would say Itzel should go with Bella, so that you have backup. No one should go alone.
Agreed.
Ooh, you're gonna make this hard on me. I like it.
I was just commenting actually today or yesterday that was my favorite session that we've done, was our break in the field.
And I will say, I was just going to do this on Bella, but I can also do this on Itzel. She was going to cast invisibility to sneak off and look.
Are you going to turn into a bat?
And no, invisibility. I don't have the bat cape anymore. We left it.
Oh, that's right.
Bon.
We gave
it's
it to
okay.
Bon.
I can fly currently, so you're.
But I am going to cast invisibility on both of us because I can use it as a 3rd level spell slot. So we are now both invisible to go check out the Incarnum. So that should help us with sneaking. I mean, you obviously don't really need as much help with sneaking through because you're roguey now, but some of us don't have as high stealth scores. So we need to work with what we got.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
But so I will go ahead and cast invisibility. Anything the target is
awesome.
wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
I want to caveat one thing. How long does it last? 10 minutes? A minute?
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. I'm remembering old rules. So yeah, you were good. I was gonna say otherwise cast it when you get there, but you're fine.
That
Yeah,
means
good to get
that-
through the woods.
So the two.
Yeah, and that means that Valen and I are still affected by. I did not lose concentration, so we're both still muted a bit.
Fantastic.
Then
Okay.
I was going to say, since we're going for through a break, I would say we'll go through a break before we split up, because I just realized that Valen is always mounted during combat, so those dancing shoes are worthless for me. So I was going to say I should hand them off to Bella or Itzel if you guys could use them.
I like my swiftness ones for now, I think. But
What do the dancing shoes do?
You can use a bonus action to dance on your turn, which increases your movement speed by 10, and if you do it the next turn, it stacks up to a plus 50.
You can do this outside.
But you have to
of
keep using your bonus action for it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can
And
do
I
it
wanna
outside
do-
of combat.
I want to keep that for switching
You
between.
can do it outside of combat too. You can Irish jig your way across this field.
I love the idea that you guys are about to rush off into combat. And you're like, wait, let's swap shoes real quick.
Literally, he was about to just pull them off his feet, toss them, and then take off. Just throw Odette on the back of Gruff and be like, "Ha ha!"
I'm good with that
Alright.
real quick shift. What I'm gonna ask for one thing is we get ready to move, and Bella Valen, like when we're on break, we'll figure out if you take the shoes or not. Let me get everyone to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Okay.
Before we
Oh,
even
yeah,
start,
Ooh, you got to use your cloak, Bella. You get an advantage, I think.
Let me, since I bothered to write down all of this stuff I own now, let me actually look at it.
Ooh, man.
I got a 2d2.
22.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I now get advantage and +6 on initiative.
Do I get initiative stuff for being near you, sir?
Initiative stuff, no.
No.
But I had said I was going to throw you on the back of Gruff and take off, so you would be going on Gruff's initiative for movement and your initiative for action. If you were
That
up on.
is a dirty
got it.
20 on initiative for Bella.
Okay.
How fast is Gruff?
120 feet per turn.
Plus your movement because of your aura?
Actually, yeah, I forgot to add my 10 feet for Gruff.
Yeah, I move 60 at that point, so I'm getting on Gruff with you.
Hell yeah.
Good. My total initiative is 21, so just
21?
shy.
Okay.
Nice.
Itzel?
12.
We get the 20s. All right, 12 it is.
And I'm here too.
Perfectly respectable. I
it's
don't know
not-
what you're saying.
It's not single digit.
It's not single
That's
digit.
true. It's
So-
true.
Whatever. It just means that I get to react to what's happening on the field, y'all. It's fine.
It's a tactical choice.
All right, good.
I would like to, while we're doing this, because of the invisibility stuff, I'm going to switch to my chalice starry form, because that way we are going to hopefully be a little bit better at keeping Bella alive.
Heck yeah. All right, and with all that,
And I will go faster if I'm not flying, because my flying speed is not that much.
we're going to take a break and come back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Which is, monetizing.
We're back, baby.
Oh.
All right, split. Here we go.
I was going to say just real quick, because we were talking about Jungle Cruise and the funny jokes. I actually got to go to Disney World in May, and it was a blast. And I went on the Jungle Cruise for the first time. And they said a joke that absolutely destroyed me is that she pointed out a giant anaconda and said, "And here we have a legless giraffe." I died in the middle of the boat.
That's-
Didn't hear anything else for a while. I was like, I am dead.
Where did my dude go?
That's hot stuff.
One of my favorite things learning about was like they're allowed to write their own material for.
I have
Like,
to
it had-
figure, so it's not
yeah,
the boring
like-
same every time.
Yeah, like well, and it means that each guide, like you're not getting like a reshuffling of the same jokes. I
Yes.
mean, I'm sure to some of it probably is passed around, but like, I loved hearing that like they get to write some of their own stupid material, and it was like, yay, you made that terrible hippo joke. That was you.
It's like,
Yeah.
love it, fantastic.
So,
Yep.
I don't think you have enough tokens. Could you add some more? Or are you just showing off?
Oh
I
god.
can add plenty. Let me get back to the battle screen. There we go. Alrighty. Cool. This is gonna be wild because I've got two separate
Okay.
things happening in two
Yes.
separate places, so we're gonna deal with that as we
Okay.
go.
So are we seeing different things, right? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you guys are in two different
Yep.
places.
Nope. See it now. We're
You
fine.
split the party. Let's go.
Yay!
So
All right, Gruff has 140 feet of movement, and it looks like that is the entire area here. So
Guys,
that's
I
It's
don't
just,
know.
I understand and respect why Valen absolutely has to go to the battlefield. Bella just feels just as strongly about going and sorting out this magic nonsense.
all. Nope, it
That's
makes
fine.
perfect sense.
Looking at the big ass token over where you guys are,
It's cool.
like, oh god. Okay. Well, we'll see you when we can.
What's the line from
I
the
mean,
finale of
I don't
Angel? I want to fight the
particularly
dragon.
Big ass token, that's where we're going either, but
No,
you
I don't
know.
either. Also, is Metzley over there? Is that what I like? I'm not sure if that's the token that I'm seeing.
oh no, I'll orient you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just hit. I'm gonna go back and forth, kind of like hit each side and then get back.
Oh no!
So basically,
no.
just run one side, run the other side, right? I think that's the most
Okay.
effective way to do this because if I jump back and forth, I will lose what I'm doing.
I also love like whoever did these maps. I'm assuming you were not the artist. Sorry if you are.
Hey, you don't know that. I wasn't.
I don't know
but-
that. I am making an assumption. I'm sorry.
Nope.
But it looks like this is like a lot of this is like pen and pencil work, and I'm very happy with it.
Yeah,
pretty.
and the whole Shadowfell Forest look is really nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah. I mean,
makes me-
like if this were not a place where I were about to die, I would totally want to swim in that pond. So it's fine.
It makes me happy because the field that we're in is actually the just nighttime version of the same field we had our little beach episode in, which makes me very
Love it.
happy.
Nice. And this
So-
is the same artist, right? Both sides.
I believe so. I would have to check. I jumped out a bunch
I am
of
basing
Patreons.
that on
It
like
looks like
brush. Yeah, it was like brushstroke wise. Like I think it's the same one. They've got some of the same like motions for the same kind of like leaves. But yeah.
All right,
All right.
so riding
Does
up
it sound
here.
pretentious? Yes, it did.
Here's what we have. On one side, I'll narrate both so you can think about what you want to do with your action, and then I'll start with the field. Valen and Odette, you get close, right? You're at the basically wood line on the southern end. So you've not fully revealed yourself at this point. What you see is a massive monstrosity with a rider on top of it, right? Some type of bizarre undead thing. It almost looks like a dragon, but it's kind of wrong, right?
Or like a wyvern.
Yes, but
I
like
mean-
it's got weird necrotic stuff happening with it,
Cool.
right? It is flying over this field, and I did not add it to the field because it would be confusing. There are just like bodies of zombies and like pools of like blood and ichor like all over the place, right?
Yes,
Because of
get
the
it, kids.
amount of damage that has been done here. But they were caught surprise, and there's just a lot of things, and the biggest threat seems to be obviously this flying draconic monstrosity and its strange rider. On the map, we got a couple zombies, right? Got our three of our dancers, right? We have Daphne, Moran, our Leonin, and Flynn out here, along with Lady Ursa. And they're
okay.
just going back and forth with a volley of like arcane fire and spells, and then deft swordsmanship to try to follow up and take these zombies down. Like I said, weird zombies like the ones you saw earlier. Not quite normal looking, but that's what they're dealing with. It looks like they've kind of retreated back to the grove for some cover, or like this like cluster of trees for some cover from this massive undead dragon thing. But also, that retreat has kind of pinned them there. So the zombies are trying to mop up, and this thing is just circling like a shark waiting. Right? That's what you see.
No downed dancers, right?
No down dancers. They're still on their feet. As you survey the battlefield on the initial glance, everything that looks dead is like a zombie or some type of undead nonsense. Skeletons, like just stuff that's been wrecked.
Nice. Who's
Right.
Lady Ursa again? Is that your aunt or?
No, Ursa is the not quite mantle person that was here.
Mhm.
Not Dusty or but similar.
Lady Ursa is a Star Weaver.
Oh,
So
And is
Okay.
that
she's,
the
she's another
woman
one
we
of them
see
weird
there?
prophets,
Yes.
right? Sorry,
Okay.
what were you saying?
Oh, and that is the star-dusted individual we see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I
That's
wanted
her.
it to be Metzley, but it's fine that it's Lady Ursa. We like her too. It's
So,
fine.
Yep.
That's
She's
fine.
there to help. Over here on this side, and I'll give you some time to think about the pool, because I think the field is more dangerous. The pool, I think, is more dire, right? As
Oh,
Itzel
Lady Alora.
and Bella, as you come stealthing your way up with the use of invisibility, same thing. You see just littered across this way, and you see it a little further back too, just like corpses, limbs, signs of fighting, like just dozens of things have been like slain or destroyed in the process of like in the migration of this fight to getting to this point. As you kind of, I'll give you like a little woodland cover over here, right? You look out here and you see Sir Osborne Aspen, right? Met him previously. He was the bodyguard to Lady Alora, right? He has been just beaten to a point of unreasonableness, and the fact that he is very much down, but the fact that he still seems to have life in him is wild, right? Two shadows kind of floating about, right? And they are working their way through the rest of the people that are out here. Like I said, I didn't put them on the map to avoid confusion, but there are other bodies of downed fighters who the shadows are just like ripping the life out of as they're going across this battlefield. Lady Alora is also unconscious.
No.
And she has been thrown into the Wellspring Incarnum. I'd like Bella and Itzel to give me a perception check.
So it's effectively a 10, but I rolled a net 1.
Okay. You don't see that, unfortunately.
Yes. Not a crit fail.
Now that I
Not your straight three.
remember, I have a magic item that gives me advantage on perception checks. I got a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
As you look at this wellspring, originally you thought the light was coming from the spring itself. It is not. It's actually coming from Lady Alora. And whatever undying magic, right,
Okay.
that is holding her together, her life force, if you will, is something about this wellspring and what this entity up here is doing is simply ripping that from her and could cause, well, could probably kill her at a certain point, which is pretty insane to think when you think about how long she's been alive and how powerful she is, right? So that's what you run into. And I'll let you think about that for a minute as I go back to the field. Valen, you were first to act, right? So again, dancers in the wood lines, zombies kind of circling, looking for them. They're not the most agile or perceptive creatures. However, um, they are dangerous in numbers, right? And Lady Ursa is seeming to focus her attention on the flying monstrosity with spells that seem to like dazzle it or confuse it to kind of try to keep them from just being annihilated in what cover they have. What do you do?
All right, so so I have Odette on the back of Gruff. Just as a reminder of how this works to the people that are watching and to the team members who probably have with it's been a few months. The way this works is that when I'm on Gruff, his initiative is linked to mine. I am not allowed to move on my turn, and the only action Gruff can take is dash. So he can move 140 feet and then I act, or I act and then he moves 140 feet. I cannot do the standard move, act, move. So that's the advantage and disadvantage here. With Odette on the back, as I'm galloping up there, I'm going to ask what you want because I can, as this battlefield is only about 70 feet across and I have a lot of movement, I can go somewhere and drop you off so you don't have to use your teleport yet if you want. So aim me where you want to go before I go over, because the way I'm looking at it, Lady Ursa, she's got power. She does not need my help as much. The dancers do. So I would be going over to reinforce them first.
Odette.
I'll also throw you a bone and let you that Odette, you're next in the initiative.
Yes, that's.
Thank you for that. Odette nods and she knows that these babies are as much yours as hers.
Exactly. These are our kids.
So what is the thing with the? Oh, okay, that guy is just doing the Hamilton, isn't he? Who do any of these zombies look weak? These are super, just dumb old zombos, right?
They look a little different. They look kind of like the ones you saw at the front door. Like they're regular zombies, except they have that same kind of evocation.
Claymore.
Yeah.
Zombie claymores.
And these ones are much more alert, so it could be much like their danger is probably in them dying rather than them fighting. And you can see as you look around, like this charred patches of grass and like charred trees where some of these things have exploded previously. So that's a fact to consider.
She says, the one near Lady Ursa, we can leave. I think we need to go to the left, our stage right, and support the dancers there. But we also must understand these may be, they seem to be enchanted with the same thing. Do I need to roll an arcana for that, or?
No, that's something you've already figured out.
Just assessing the field.
Yeah.
I do not know. We can make sure that they get away before they explode.
If you would like to roll arcana for something, though, you can roll on the weird flying
dragon thing.
Yeah, it's called a glowwing, but
absolutely will.
Yeah, just to see if you know what the hell this thing is and what.
I got a 4.
Roll. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Ooh,
okay.
Nice.
Never seen these before, but they are mentioned in Zengi's book. Right.
Okay.
Roll. No, this is worth it. So there's a pause moment when you go back into the book itself, right? And see Zengi talking to a strange, shadowy silhouette with like just amber eyes, right? It's just kind of encased in darkness and has a low rumbling voice, and it says, "You're sure about your research? After all, my kind, we do live for quite some time, an eternity in what you would perceive to be in human years. Eventually, even we are subject to the natural course of life and death. If you believe that can be broken, well, you would have a strong ally in me and my kind. And the camera pans back to Zengi and Gray.
Ooh.
I'm standing in this room, and Gray doesn't say anything. He just looks over at Zengi. And Zengi says, by the time I'm done, I can perform pure miracles. You will have your freedom. And the creature bows and says, then you have our support and our knowledge. And we hear the flapping of large wings as a silhouetted dragon takes flight.
I was wondering if that was the rider or the dragon.
Gray turns
good
to Zengi
point.
and says, we don't have that kind of knowledge. Why would you make a bargain like that? Zengi just smiles and says, we don't have that kind of knowledge yet. Find me some drakes.
Drakes. Okay.
And what you're realizing is that this is not a dragon. This is a strange experimental entity that Zengi created or enhanced in some way to effectively make this bizarre undead dragon-like thing.
Undead drake.
On a dirty 20, you would know that it's linked to its rider. There's some type of power exchange. So things can affect both of them.
All right. Odette says, I think we are in agreement that we need to get the dancers to safety first. These zombies may explode, but I just learned from the book. Zangi, he created that thing, but it is linked to its rider. If we can destroy its rider, we may have this battle won before we know it.
Love it.
And it is
What do you
flying,
think?
so just to add complication, it is definitely flying.
Of course.
I
All right, so what Gruff is going to do is wheel around the outside to drop Odette off, and then wheel inside here. He's going to cast... yes. How fragile do these zombies look?
They're not hard to kill.
You could throw them. You're very strong.
I'm debating. Like, I could... All right, I'm going to get between the zombie and the dancer, and I'm going to hit it with Thunderous Smite, which knocks them back 10 feet.
Good stuff. How far does that go? Let's see.
And with a roll, the nat 1, luckily I get to ignore with my advantage. Thank you for that. And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
And that's going to be just a shitload of damage. Let's see here. We're going to do... 1d8 plus 6 magic slashing. That's 14 magic slashing.
All right.
2d6 plus 1d8 radiant. That is 12 radiant.
Oof, okay.
And then thunderous smite is 2d6 thunder, which is 10 thunder. Jesus, these
All
dice
right.
want him dead.
I mean, brought a paladin to an undead fight. I like it. You smash the zombie. First of all, let's talk about your entrance, right? You come riding in, and you see, Daphne, not the Veteran zombie. So, Erwan.
Valen comes riding in with the Holy Avenger held high like a lighthouse.
Yes, it just breaks the darkness of this field. It's especially effective given the stars have been kind of blacked out here, right? And it's a bad moment for these dancers, right? They're like, they're huddled in the trees. You can see they're all like hurt, and they've got like cuts and wounds and like bits of like burns and scorch marks on them, and they're like, "What do we do? We're gonna have to make a run for it. That's the only way." Like, and then they're like, "Well, we had to wait for a good moment." And they're like, "We gotta get these zombies back," and the zombies are closing in, and they're like, "Oh shit! What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?" And then like next thing you know, you just see Valen go crashing through, light going through all the trees, and like Daphne especially like looks up, like she's like, "Oh my god!" And you just smash and smite the zombie into oblivion, right? And immediately it dies, and it gets knocked back 10 feet, which is good because it misses.
It gets a strength save.
Wait,
I'm gonna throw that out there.
I'll roll it.
Before I want to set something up. Before, if it does explode, before it does, I want a reaction.
Okay. It fails the strength save. It will explode.
All right.
But it gets knocked back 10 feet first.
Yes. So,
Okay. Where is that now?
That's why I put myself between it and the dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Odette leaps off of Gruff, and she kind of hangs. So there's a little bit of hang time there, and when you do like all of that, like you knock this thing back with all of your holy light, Odette just kind of like shines for a moment with this dark radiance, and it's like imagine like a dark dancer moonlight Sailor Moon kind of transformation. All right. So like a moon maybe from nowhere just glances down, her skin already pale is just bathed in alabaster, and then like shadows just erupt like a
Magic Girl transformation.
I am. If anybody has any other ideas, I've been waiting months to do this. But I see like ribbons of shadow strategically, like spinning.
You like at certain points appear like you, and at certain points appear like a silhouette that flashes of different colors. Like, as you're transforming, there's like music that's queuing on in the background with like really sick guitar riffs.
Incredible.
Does like a tiara appear on your brow?
I mean, why not?
Will gloves like form upon your? Will the shoes,
Opera gloves.
like,
Probably
yeah.
gloves that are like reaching up, like cast shadows, like from a harsh light.
Like as each element snaps into place, there's like a burst of shadow that radiates from you.
Yes, absolutely. She is a vision. She is not of this world. She is something of like the Shadowfell and the Feywild. And I use the Mantle of Inspiration as she fully embraces the Mantle of the Muse.
Love it.
So this is a reaction. I'm using Bardic Inspiration. Um, up to 5 people that I can see and can see me in 60 feet get, it says 5 here, I think that's incorrect, but we'll go with it. 5 temporary HP, and those 5 creatures can move up to their movement speed as a reaction,
Nice.
without provoking attacks of opportunity. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Dope.
So we got 1, 2, 3 if you want it, Valen, 4, 5. Should I give it to Ursa?
I'll say this. Roll me a performance check. This is
I will
something
absolutely do that.
You actually triggered a very interesting thing here. I think without realizing it.
Great. I rolled a 3. Can I re-roll that? Can I use
Take
one
it.
of the?
You want to point it?
Yeah, I want to use one of the inspiration.
Okay.
Right. Not terrible. That is. That is just shy of 30, 29.
That'll do it. There's an interesting effect that's happening right now. I'm going to tell you a little admin, right? So, Lady Ursa, does anybody know what class she is? I've never said it. I just wasn't sure if anybody had a guess.
Badass.
Yes.
It's been a
sorcerer.
while.
She is a sorcerer.
Okay.
Oh.
Sure. That one.
You know what type?
Is she a lunar sorceress?
She's a lunar sorceress! And the fact that the sky has been blacked out and she cannot attune to different phases of the moon has been kicking her ass in this fight.
I thought so. That it was distinctly hurting her.
Yes, and the fact that you have come in and just erupted with this power of moonlight.
Power of the moon.
Yes, pushes
And
back the darkness and reveals like a full moon beyond like just the cloud of like empty smoke that comes down and illuminates you and her. And she like from head to toe lights up with just like glittering stardust and moonlight. And just looks at you like straight up wide-eyed. He's like, wow, okay, all right, let's go.
She like nods in recognition, and I think I stay in this form. I think this whole thing, it lasts as long as Bardic Inspiration does, so I think that's 10 minutes. So
nice.
So
this gave them immunity from fear.
No.
And no.
Well, I mean, unless that's something you have.
Well, when I kill something, I could hit 6 targets with heroism, which would be temporary hit points and immunity from fear. But you can only get temporary hit points from one source, I believe.
Oh,
so it sounds like yours is working great. How many hit points did you give them?
It says 5, but I think that's incorrect. But let's just say it's 5.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
That is a fantastic move.
So all of she just like kind of like just maybe a couple inches off the ground, like still kind of like scintillating. It's just like she's like, my troop, run.
Okay, and they're gonna move. Which way do you want them to move? They can move further into cover, or they can take a run for the field. I'll say this: if they get to the border of like, if they get to this southern and this western border, like they are in tree line, they are safe. These do not lead to safety.
I want them to be in safety until we kill these things because I do not want them targets on that field that we can't protect.
Okay.
So you're thinking into the trees, correct?
They are combatants on our side. They are not helpless.
Yeah, no, we both know that from experience.
They're going to move back further into the trees, and you actually see this. They're not fleeing, Valen. Yeah. They move back and they regroup, and actually like get into a formation, and they're prepping to come back into the fight. They just needed a second to get right, and they have it now.
Valen, do you want to be inspired? because now
Sure.
you can move again, and you get temporary HP.
I can
and then-
move again when you inspire.
So when I gave that to you, so I'm
Give it to
offering.
Gruff.
Give it to. I inspire Gruff. Gruff is has 5 temporary HP and can move his speed, and I also
Lovely.
give it to Lady Ursa. And then I use my own movement. Oh yeah, there we go. We're right there. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, great opener.
So I was going to say, Valen, as he gets it, and he only got one of his 2 attacks because he couldn't move again. But he was just going to be shouting, "You are doing fantastic! We have this!"
Hell yeah!
I love.
And then he gets over here and uses his second attack.
The zombie explodes, and that explosion is like just muted by a wave of just shadow. Like there's this bright red burst of evocation energy that's just literally consumed by shadow and neutralized. It's a cool effect for you got out of the way, but still,
Love it.
Yeah, well done. Okay, take your second attack. Holy shit!
Actually, you're right. You have that one. He would move over to this one and to try to help Lady Ursa while she's engaged.
She looks beat up.
Does she?
Oh yeah, she's hurt.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First, I'm gonna attack this zombie. Bam! That is a nat 20.
Oh my god!
You want me to roll? This zombie's fucked.
Zombie
got
dies.
this. We got this.
What I am gonna do though?
That zombie has
is
15 hit points, so I don't think you can roll lower than that.
That's fine. What I am gonna do though, I'm still going to use a divine smite.
Knock it back.
And then I'm going to use Inspiring Smite to give 2d8 plus my level hit points to Lady Ursa.
Okay.
We're quite a team.
Yes, we are.
I'm enjoying this. This is great.
Jesus. Okay, that is 13 plus my level. We're 13, right?
Yeah.
I have 26 hit points.
She's actually almost full. Fantastic.
And that is temporary HP. That is not a heal. But...
Okay. Well, whew, she's gooder. Yeah. Okay, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw for this.
I was going to say that is not. I didn't knock this one back. I do get advantage on dex save, I think, while I'm mounted. But let's find out how that goes. Boom. Not great. Okay, that is an 11.
Okay. The zombie in front of you explodes. Luckily, since you put yourself between it and Lady Ursa, it's only a single target for the actual damage, which is good. So, unfortunately, I take 23 points of fire damage.
That's fine.
As it just literally from its feet to its head lights up with these evocation runes, screams and explodes.
It's fine. That's what I'm here for. And I have my nice 5 temporary HP from Odette.
There you go.
So
Okay.
I'm down to 90.
Oof.
All right. That is our turn. That's my turn. That's mine and Gruff's turn. That was fantastic. That was a hell of an assist.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to make just a slight adjustment. How big was the range? She's going to guess around 30 feet. Could I have started 30 feet away from this guy?
You could be dropped off wherever you wanted. I have the entire field of movement. This is not a big field.
Yeah, you are. You're moving forever. All right. So I think she's going to get in here. Use this kaleidoscope or whatever you do to measure it. And then
kaleidoscope.
Yeah, just a regular triangulator.
It's a square.
That's what a protractor is, yeah.
No,
So,
it's
a protractor. Yeah.
It's not a protractor.
Compass.
It's
a
No,
compass.
it's a square.
It's so big.
Like, I know it's a triangle, but the thing is called a square. It's a carpenter's square.
I mean, I guess.
She'll just
like,
be here.
Protractors
that's
measure
enough.
angles. Compasses are used to draw circles. Come on, people. It's not even calipers.
How big was the explosion? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. She's 20 feet away from this thing, and it's not my typical mode, but she starts grabbing like ribbons of darkness that are like engulfing her, and just starts tossing them at uh, the zombie stage right. Far
Hell
left
yeah.
side. And then, how
Oh,
many
sorry,
do I
that
have?
zombie's very dead.
How many Eldritch Blast do I get?
1d10 each.
Yup. You get 3. Go ham.
I get
Yeah.
3.
You
Great.
get 3. Remember, do attack damage. Because if
attack
he
damage,
dies,
attack
you could
damage.
use one on the flying dude.
You are. That's why I keep it around. Keep me sane. That is a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That'll get a zombie. Yeah.
These zombies have
that's a
single-digit ACs.
Oh, okay.
This is just a
10 points
crime at
of-
this point.
10 points of force. 10 points of force.
Yes.
Okay, it is still up.
Wow. All right. That is 15.
That will also hit,
Okay. 7 points of force.
and that does it. Just 2 ribbons of shadow, boom, and this thing explodes. It chars the leaves on this tree cluster, but like everyone else is out of distance or in a safe place, out of range. There we go.
Great. She looks up, and I have is the dragon rider within 120 feet?
Yes.
All right. Here's hoping. That is not bad. That is a 26.
That will hit.
Great. Let's do one more. A strong, throbbing 4 points of force damage.
Mm.
A throbbing
the
4.
word that you used, throbbing.
Thrumming. I'm sorry, thrumming. Is like,
No, it's throbbing. You don't get a choice anymore. I'm sorry.
like clenched. I'm sorry.
Would you say that Eldritch Blast was pulsating as it hit the Dragon Rider?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Pulsating is what I meant. Thank you for the save. I'm laughing. I'm getting red. Okay. I'm going to duck into the trees.
Okay.
Because I have so much movement right now.
Yeah, you haven't actually moved yet. You are
no.
not within 10 feet of me for the bonus, I don't think.
Not within 10 feet, sorry?
You have to start your turn within 5 feet of me to get the bonus movement.
You know what? I'll hang out here. Let's just hang out here in the tree line, huh?
All good.
And that is the end of my turn.
Nice.
Woof. Okay, good turn. A couple things are going to happen next. The Gloamwing is going to fly by.
Oh crap!
If
no,
he
I
wants to drop an AoE, we're the target, not the
sorry,
people in the woods.
I hexed the rider if it's within 60 feet.
It is not within 60. It's 80 feet off the ground.
Okay, never mind. So
But
never mind.
it's going to swing down. Actually, no, it would be within 60. I'm sorry. You were correct.
Okay, I would have done that before hitting him, but I'm happy just to have it hexed.
Okay. Hex it is. What stat do you want to give the rider disadvantage on?
Oh man, strength.
Okay. Remember, it's for
Strength and dex are usually to not get knocked off or your good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Gloamwing's gonna fly over. Lucky for you, it has disadvantage because you are in the trees. All right. And what it does is it's going to just literally crash through. It takes a couple of the small trees with it as it crashes through and just rakes its claws and wings through the tree line, right? Which are razor sharp. You see like one of the smaller trees, like 2 or 3 feet in circumference, just cut through as it's coming towards you. This first attack it's going to go towards you, Odette, because you attacked the rider.
You have it has triple disadvantage. Just
Triple
double
disadvantage. Alrighty. Oh, that's pretty high. Miss. Hit. And 20 hits. Okay.
1 hits.
20 hits, so 2 hits.
Okay.
I'd double check what your AC was again, because I know you
It's
bumped it.
20.
All right. It dives into the tree line, crashing through, making just a terrifying ruckus and presence, right? And slashes and bites into you, Odette.
Great.
So he's not attacking all of us. It's just attacking Odette.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did make the biggest display of power, probably.
true.
So
the first slash deals you 18 points of slashing damage.
okay. I can no, I used my reaction. Never mind.
No, I haven't used mine yet, though.
Okay, we'll see how this goes.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Is DC that's really high. It is DC 25.
Oof.
I do not make that.
Okay.
I don't make it.
The second attack deals you.
All right, so just to be clear, with my interception fighting style, I'm going to take away 10 points of that damage with my shield.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
The second point is a little. It only deals you 13 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
but that strength saving throw, it grabs you in its claws
No.
and proceeds to start flying back up into the air.
Yay!
This is not provoke an attack of opportunity.
That's fine. Now you're within climbing distance. This is...
As it's flying up, I'll take this. Take you that away. The rider looks at Valen and leaps off the mount.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's
Bold
see how it pans
move.
out.
I got this. We got this, dude. We got this.
And lands close by.
What is it?
It's some sort of bizarre specter.
Cool.
It looks awful. It's nothing but rib cages.
So many rib cages.
It's just coming together like, hee, ha ha.
Every book I could find that had all the terrible shit in it. This is it. I need you and Lady Ursa. Actually, this would be. It's smart. We jump here. Yeah, I need you, Lady Ursa, and the 3 dancers to all make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw.
Is this a fear check?
It is not.
Okay.
But Lady Ursa would get your
Way to slow drive that one. Yeah.
Lady Ursa would get your aura bonus, which is good.
You said a DC 18 what check?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
What does your order give? +3?
Mine gives my my charisma, so +3, yes.
Okay, she does not make that.
And it was, what is the check? 18, you said?
18. One dancer.
So
makes
my
it.
17 is not going to cut it. But I would like to use one of our points of advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
2 of the dancers make it. Rowan does not, unfortunately.
That's better. 26.
Okay.
No, Rowan!
All right. This thing lands, and it's just weird blue light face washes over the whole area like a spotlight. And it tries to, Valen in a moment, just grip your mind. and just says, "Submit." Right?
Nope, don't like that.
You shake it off, but you feel the incredible psychic
Sorry,
power
it says
behind that.
spit?
Submit.
Submit.
Oh, okay. All right.
It says spit.
These are, sorry, these are D8s.
Oh yeah, fine.
I'm sorry, I was
Not
grabbing a bunch
sure.
of D6s, but these are D8s.
Don't kink shame the specter.
Hey, I'm into what I'm
not
into.
Like submit is any better.
Wait,
Am I misreading this? Like, I was sent a very throbbing Eldritch Blast, so I thought we were just doing some shit.
No, we're pulsating already. Excuse me.
Don't yuck anyone's yum. Yeah.
Yeah, if this is my bad, I'll just head out, you know? Like, I thought we were just...
Thought we were vibing here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so embarrassed, I'm just going to kill you anyway.
So what happens with Rowan?
So, let's see. 6, 12, 18, 22, 24.
Those are high numbers.
Lady Ursa and Rowan both take 24 points of psychic damage. And you see their eyes just... They don't quite burn out, but they're just completely glazed over. As some sort of weird psychic effect has just stopped them in their tracks.
Oh, damn.
And Lady Ursa just holds up like a very small looking it's almost like a wand. It's like ivory with pearl in it. Sorry, it's onyx with pearl in it. It's got like little engravings of like moon sigils. And she just holds it up like in the palm of her hand, like, here you go. And Ron drops his sword.
Nope, don't like that.
And then it stares at you, Val, and it goes, "Oh, good. A challenge." And materializes just a scythe out of shadow and starts moving towards you.
Yes!
Okay. Lady Ursa is next.
So, Odette, you did not do the haste that we were talking about earlier.
I did not. We didn't.
That's fine.
We were going to talk about it, and then we didn't do it.
And then we
I can
forgot.
still
That's
do
fine.
it.
Is it an action for you to do that?
It is.
Do you have to be... How close do you have to be to somebody?
I'm assuming as close as a haste spell. I don't have
It's
an
within
item
15
description for
feet.
this.
Within 15 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. It's not
Well,
quite
I'm
as good as the
not
actual
gonna-
haste spell, but like it's cool because it varies.
Yeah.
Lady Ursa is going to make a saving throw.
Good.
And
Still gets her
we'll
+3.
We'll actually pass that one.
Oh, nice.
But she, like, the light goes out of her eyes, and she, like, regrips her wand and looks around confused for a second, and then reorients. But she was stunned for the turn.
And she got hit for how much?
22 points of psychic damage.
So almost exactly what I healed her for.
Almost all the temp hit points. And the dancers
fine.
are going to get in
Did
on
its
this
job.
fight. They're going to rush up and kind of flank you and attack. You hear like the foliage rustling, and then the two of them just leap out in a coordinated just strike, which is great because they're
I'm so
taking advantage
proud.
of the fact that you have provided a distraction.
Yeah. I can't tell them to get back. That's against my religion, but I'm very proud of them.
They both hit.
Nice.
And actually put some damage on this thing, which is nice. They slash into it with their longswords.
This is actual paladin oath in effect here.
And then the Spectre has to effectively, as they try to surround him, just like sweeps the scythe around. They have to kind of move back, so they can't quite get in for maximum effectiveness, but they hurt him. That is everything on that side. All right, cool. Let's go revisit this tranquil environment.
Oh my god. Save my
So
aunt.
calm.
So calm.
So calm.
So, okay.
What is she doing in the pool? Is she thrashing around, or is she just calm?
She's
She is just
unconscious,
floating
isn't
there.
she?
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that.
Yeah. Essentially bleeding out incarnum.
Yep.
Mm.
So, Bella, you're first. You are still invisible, and you have not been detected. Sir Aspen is very badly injured and probably, if one were to put it into mechanical terms, probably making death saving throws. Lady Alora is probably in a similar situation, although her mechanic is slightly different. But yeah, and this strange entity up here, which you can absolutely make an Arcana check to see what this is. Seems to be kind of overseeing this, and then just again corpses and damage littered across this whole area. This was a fight to get here.
Yeah, I'd say the first thing I want to do is that Arcana check.
Yep. I also rolled Arcana just in case, and I got a 26. So
That's good because I only got a 16.
Okay.
So if that's not high enough, you got this.
Bella, you'd be able to identify this as a bone claw, which are strange things that can occur from necromantic experiments. If you remember when you saw good old necrocory, right? And the stages of what it takes to become a lich. Necrocory is a very early mistake in that process. It turns you into a sentient pool of like blood, effectively. Bone Claw is a much later mistake in the lichdom process, where you are way more powerful and still have your sentience about you. But you're not. There's some added effects, which Itzel, you would know the added effects. Bone claws are beholden to whatever or whomever put them in that state.
okay.
So they are in the same way that like a vampire would have a sire. This thing is controlled by some greater entity. But they are very dangerous and very smart.
So if we haven't been detected yet.
Not been detected.
So I'm not gonna like make a ton of fuss, but I think like before we get moving, Itzel's gonna kind of be like, I can heal Osborne and Alora, hopefully, if we can just keep the others off of them.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to get closer, I think, for anything, because we are not close by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not close for the big guy.
But do you think you could get to Osborne?
I can get to Osborne. The question is whether I can get to him and the lady.
Okay. Well, we probably shouldn't wait any longer. And first thing
YOLO.
Bella is going to do is spend 3 sorcery points to summon a Hound of Ill Omen to attack the Bone Claw.
I'm gonna kill that dog.
I'm gonna kill that dog.
Let me get you a doggo. Hold on.
Give me a good doggo.
I don't have.
What does it look like?
At 6th level, you gain the ability to call forth a howling creature of darkness to harass your foes.
Hey, quick question for you.
Hal uses the dire wolf statistics just for mechanical purposes. What's up?
Now, are you just summoning any old hound, or are you summoning your buddy Necrocory?
Can it be Necrocory?
Don't you dare bring him back.
Why did you put that in the world again?
Why? No. This isn't the secret in putting things into the universe like Corey.
Man, everybody loves Necrocory. I don't know what you're talking about.
I want Corey.
Corey was like a weird panther thing, not a
Yup.
hound, right?
Hey.
So like just to be like,
Let's be honest, it's Andy. Andy's absolutely going to let me have a weird panther thing instead of
I know he's the
hound
one that
in
suggested
order for
it,
him
and
to
you're
bring
both
back
terrible
Necrocory.
people.
It's a dire
appreciate-
panther thing.
It's a dire panther now.
Well, it can't.
Gross.
We've
It
established
can't actually be him, right?
it
Like,
can't leave the book, but it could be a simulacrum.
Or
Yeah.
I mean, I
with
still
the
have this
power of
token.
love.
I still have this sweet, sweet token.
Stop,
So-
Alan. Stop.
you guys.
And it's a very dramatic but quiet. Like he basically, I think when you, I'll let you describe the summoning. I have an idea, but I'll let you describe it.
I mean, as per the theme of Bella's tend to be how she cast is, she sort of like points her arms out in the direction of the bone claw, and it's as if wisps of shadows start gathering from the terrain between the path of her hand and the target, until by the time it reaches within range of the bone claw, it has coalesced into Necrocory.
Very cool. I like the idea that this is like a reverse disintegration summoning. So it's like, the bones first appear, and then like the actual tendons, and then like the skin just like dripping all sorts of like weird black shadowy blood. Where do you want Necrocory?
He appears within 30 feet.
You're gonna need to get closer. We're at least 60 feet away.
No, he appears within 30 feet of his target. I have a 120-foot range.
Oh,
Got it. Okay.
Shit. All right, so
Dang.
you want Necrocory to go after the bone claw?
Yeah. So as long as the target is within 120 feet of me, I can summon my hound within 30 feet of the target.
Dope. Yep.
So, like, I couldn't summon him to be next to me, but targeting the bone claw. He does have to be within 30 feet of what I want him to attack.
Nice.
But,
Cool. Necrocory
also, as this coalesce, you like hear Itzel, invisible beside you, just whisper, "Damn it, Bella."
but if we're going with direwolf statistics, it does mean that his attacks are, like, melee. So I would want him to, like, appear melee range with,
God, roll an attack.
Okay.
Holy shit. This is +5.
It's only a 12 to hit.
I don't think the bone claw's AC is that low.
Yeah.
Nope, not that low. But it is absolutely distracted by this. As it's like sitting there, kind of just, it's not moving, just staring intently as Lady Allura is effectively like disintegrating. And then this hound appears and just bites into its like bony leg. And he's like, "Thanks, Bella, for giving me a kind of life. I like this. It is much better than being in that book." Also, this guy, fucking delicious. And the bone claw just head immediately snaps over towards Corey and is like, "What in the world?" Very cool.
So that was only a bonus action.
Yeah, good move.
So now with my action, I'm going to send the first of my Eldritch Blast against this one.
Okay. You have advantage because you're still hidden.
Well, no, invisibility drops as soon as I cast a spell.
Oh, sure, but they have not had the time to actually sit down, react, and find you.
Sweet. That is very helpful because that means that my attack for that one is going to be a 23.
Oh yeah.
And for damage, that first blast is going to be a 13.
Okay. It slams into this shadow that was slowly working its way towards Sir Osborne, and
Okay.
it was like stopped in its tracks.
But it's still up.
Yes. It
Then
briefly poofs and then pulled itself back together.
Then I will be sending my second blast against that same one. Shit, that's only a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. That is going to do 12 damage.
Okay. Math. The second hit, it seems to have more issues pulling itself back together, but it still remains.
All right, final blast. That is going to be an 18 to hit. And it is going to do 11 damage.
That third one does it. Right. Just the volley of rapid blasts, just boom, boom, and then the third time it reappears, it is shattered.
And I am in my mind how this is going is that yeah. So Bella is doing this as she's walking towards Sir, like in the sort of direction of Sir Osborne. So it's just like fire, 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 like as she's running to Sir Osborne. And so it's almost like they were almost about to meet at Sir Osborne when it dissipates for good.
Incredible.
Because and I use my 30 feet of movement as part of that. And that's the end of me.
Okay. I'm going to roll a death saving throw for Lady Alora. Okay. Looking all right. Bone Claw's next. The Bone Claw looks at Corey and looks at you.
Sorry. I hate this.
Good God.
So judgmental.
Well,
Poor
okay.
Necrocory.
I love Bella dearly, but I feel like her choices about who she gets attached to might have been based on some past trauma and maybe aren't
Yeah. Great. How dare you make clones of me? I love the dead weirdos.
Okay, we do have to remember that Bella was also technically helping Zangi when she was alive the first time.
Yeah. So, like, we gotta blame your parents, maybe.
The kids are not all right.
You should follow that thread
Like,
back.
they produced both Eva and Gray. Like, fuck, were they doing something wrong?
Quick question for Bella. Are you immune to being attacked from undead, or?
Not immune. They do have to roll a wisdom saving throw before they are allowed to attack me.
Okay.
That's still pretty clutch.
What is... Okay, so here's what happens. The Bone Claw looks at you, looks at Corey. You see a moment of kind of understanding. And then it... You've seen this before from Odette. Steps and then is right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
I do need you to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
Would you say that this is disease based?
This is necrotic based.
Okay, but if an undead targets me directly with an attack or harmful spell, they must make a DC 20 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. What is the DC?
DC 20.
20. All right, hold on.
I've been busy. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that's good. All right, it actually can't target you with that ability. It would like
Sweet.
to
So on a
attack.
failed save, the creature must choose a new target or forfeit targeting someone, wasting the attacker
Oh, man.
spell.
What if he's just like, I give up? You're like,
Well, or if there's nobody else in range, or there's reasons.
I'm worried that
Well,
it is going to
fine.
mean that he's going to attack Osborne, who is
Yeah.
dying in front of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That is, yes.
That's
Take my
absolutely
ball
what
and
we'll
go
do.
home.
Yeah, he shadow steps across this area in front of you, and there is a explosion of necrotic energy as he appears, that washes past you. Like it can't act, doesn't actually seem to affect you, and it tilts its head and goes. You're confused and fighting on the wrong side. Why do you do this?
I just like to be contrary, I guess.
Make him think you're his friend, and then stab him in the back.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
And tilts its head again to the side, looking like legit perplexed, and goes, "But you're deviating from your purpose. How?"
Oh.
Is he like, I want to do that too?
Yeah, honey
What's
wants
your
to be
secret?
free.
is this
Oh,
what
God
Inquiring
damn it.
minds want to know.
Gonna end up with another creepy pet. Okay.
Whatever. My creepy pets are amazing.
Belly, roll insight.
This one weird trick from a housewife. It could work for you.
Wait! My domino mask! I get advantage on insight as well! Ha!
There you go.
Which is good, because I just rolled double what I rolled the first time! So that is going to be 18 altogether on that insight check.
This is a creature that's been created through the power of necromancy, and that type of power comes with specific types of, you could call it programming or limitations or something that binds him to a specific cause or thing.
Obligation.
And in this strange moment, it recognizes you as a peer. And is confused as to, well, why you're different. Just run away.
Well, it's, you know, you don't know what you can do until you try. Just gotta, stop doing what you're told and really think about what you want to be doing. She's like one hand behind her, like waving where she thinks Itzel is to like pass behind her to Osborne.
It nods slowly and goes, "Right, I should be thinking about what I want to be doing." And then
you need to actualize your world to.
with its elonged, razor-sharp arm and claws, plunges both hands into Osborne on the ground.
No!
And goes, "I wanted to be doing this."
Crap.
You have silvery barbs?
Yeah, but that I don't think that works on he's physically attacking.
Physical
it.
attacks.
You're right.
I don't think I have a reaction like a la.
Actually, it does make a person re-roll an attack roll. This is important because he attacked twice and hit twice. So you can force him to re-roll one of those attacks, which could keep Osborne alive.
Ooh. Okay. Sure, if we'll accept that interpretation of silvery barbs.
I mean, am I off on that?
Oh yeah, it is. Attack roll, ability check, or
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, so perfectly valid.
Also, he's within. Sorry, because I'm here. I'm just not. He's within 30 feet of me. So he's attacking right now. Like, it's a physical attack.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And he's trying to meet. We're gonna have to meet a saving throw for Bella's thing, right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
So, like for silvery barbs, he has to meet a saving throw.
He would have to re-roll.
He has to re-roll.
Yeah, he would re-roll his attack on Osborne. One of them, which is important because that might keep him alive.
Yes. Yes. I can't mechanically be like, hey, which one of those things is a higher DC, right? That would kind of be cheating. Yeah, okay. So the only thing that I can do in this moment is use a Cosmic Omen, because if he's about to make a saving throw, I can make that harder. Because I have nothing. And he's within 30 feet of me now because he zooped over here next to Bella. Yeah?
Unfortunately, this one's not a saving throw.
But he is about to make an attack roll on. Okay,
Yes.
so it's an attack roll or a saving throw. So
Then
attack
you're
roll,
good.
I can. Okay, so it's going to be harder for him to do that.
So I'm going to have
It's
him
going
roll.
to be only one harder for him to do that, but it is going to be one harder from him to do.
Okay. He has advantage on Osborne because he is on the ground. He rolls at a +8.
Okay.
Osborne's AC is 18.
Yeah.
So roll these dice.
Okay, so functionally
All right,
AC of
one's
19
9.
right now.
Which is a 17. Won't do it.
Okay.
But let's see what comes out of the second roll. A nat 1.
Yes!
He literally
All
missed
right,
by 1.
Cosmic Omen of woe, bitches. Okay.
There's a moment where you cast this spell and like one clawed arm goes like directly into Osborne's chest, and the other one, which was aiming for his neck, as it hits, and Bella, you kind of like wince away for a second and like reactively cast silvery barbs, and Itzel, you like work to alter fate on this, and when you look again, Bella, like the claws have been basically stabbed into the ground around Osborne's neck. Good.
So like as he goes like meh into Osborne, especially because at this moment it's still like a mostly starless night, because the field is where this has, and I don't know if this is happening exactly concurrently or whatever, but there's this like tiny flare of starlight, like just as his gross clawy appendage bits like enter Osborne or try to enter Osborne's flesh. And it's just like this little, like almost like candle flare of light that goes up.
Hell yeah. And the Bone Claw again just looks confused and continues to like, stare at Bella and goes, "How?" Okay. Itzel, you're up.
Great. Okay.
Good save.
Also,
he would have died.
That was the lowest possible we could have rolled with the Cosmic Omen, so I was like, fuck. Okay.
I will say this. He might still die in his turn.
I know.
So he's failed 2 death saving throws.
I'm aware. All right. So I'm currently underneath this thing right now on the map, right? Like my token is underneath the Bone Claw token?
No, you're down here.
Where am I?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Just double checking. All right. All right. Not so fun. All right. Cool. I'm going to go over there. Because then and yeah, cool. All right, delightful. All right, so we're gonna do some healing because I'm in chalice form, and that will make things better. Hopefully. will try not to kill people. It's fine. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
That doesn't sound like us at all.
I love this. I love this duo work that's going on. By the way, we complement each other so well. We got the drop on those zombies. You guys are so awesome. I'm so happy.
Stick with your battle buddy. Yeah.
Dukes. Okay.
It's going pretty well.
All right. So I am going to do some healing bits. I can't touch them where they are, but I can do some healing words. So we're gonna do that. Let's get. All right. What? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like watching Necrocory apparently do stuff. It's okay. I was just like, what's going on? Never mind.
Necrocory has a protractor and is measuring distances.
Yeah. So I actually think I'm going to do the healing word on Lady Alora. So we're going to cast a second level, or no, we'll do third level healing word. So 3d4 plus 4 on her. Okay, that's not the greatest ever, but that's 12 points on Lady Alora. And then okay, and then I'm in my chalice form right now for starry form because when we knew we were going to be dealing with these not so great situations, so because I'm in chalice form, I have just cast something that restores hit points, so I get to do some more of that.
Woohoo!
Yes, sorry, I have to click away from this because I want to make sure I have the numbers right. Okay. Great. Okay, so another creature, and this time it has to be Osborne because he's closer to me. All right. He is going to get, with my chalice form, I get to send a little flicker of motes of stars out in his direction. And he is going to get 2d8 plus 4.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's 14 points of healing.
Okay. Yeah. You move across the battlefield and just
I was invisible. I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
You cast away invisibility for Starlight and proceed to just throw healing towards Lady Alora and Sir Osborne. Lady Alora stopped. She was starting to become a little more translucent and wispy. Solidifies immediately. And Sir Osborne, with a bone claws hand in his chest,
sorry, it's not going to be a pleasant awakening, friend.
Open up, and he simply grabs the hand and starts pulling the bone out. Doesn't make a sound.
Oh.
Okay, good turn.
Okay.
And Sir Osborne's up.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
All right.
That's honestly way better at the end of our turn than I thought this was going to go.
That
So
went very well.
So good.
So, what? There we go.
I love that you made him question his unlife. I don't know.
for a brief second, and then it turned out what was in his heart was murder. So
I do want to murder things, yeah. we just look. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
He starts going like this.
I got murder hands, baby. I'm gonna run a game where all the villains are just talk like that and they're terrible. So that's a lot of damage. And it is okay. 8. Sir Osborne just still holding on to the Bone Claw's arm, pulls him down slightly raises like this just mailed fist, and it glows with like greenish gold light, and you can actually see like some of the incarnum and some of the like almost light from the forest pulls in towards him, and he just smites this bone claw in the face as hard as he possibly can, and there's an explosion of radiant damage as he does it, and the bone claw kind of staggers back a bit, and he staggers to his feet. Damn, that's a good hit. Unfortunately, first one missed, but second one hit.
I mean, he's pissed. This is fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it to him too. Like hitting with a giant, basically sword still in your chest.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
on him.
God, a good round. All right. Back to it. Valen. Before you stands this shade, right? It was, the specter. You surrounded it. It does not seem worried, right? Lady Ursa has shaken whatever mental effects were harming her. Rowan has not.
All right. Valen is just going to scream in his face,
Yeah,
and then
fucking
he's just going
rip
to
it,
wind
rip
up
it,
and
baby.
smack him with
Slop that
the
down,
Holy
dude.
Avenger. Let's see how you
Dude,
start
crack one
this
for the
off.
big boy.
Let's get it. Hell yeah for the donation.
Oh
Yeah.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
16, 26.
16 and 26?
26 with the plus 10 to
Oh.
my attack.
Got it. Yeah, no, 26 hits.
Okay.
Whoop whoop.
All right, starting off with just a basic attack. So this is 14 magic slashing.
Okay.
9 radiant.
Okay.
And how did that do?
He takes the hits, right? And there's even with the light, it's just absorbed into his like shadowy essence. You're hurting him, but he is ready for a fight.
He was prepared. All right. Second one, I'm going to hit him with Thunderous Smite. And I'm going to haul off and swing.
Get it?
All right, 26 again.
Still good.
All right, we have 13 magic slashing. 10 radiant. 9 thunder.
All right.
And then I'm assuming this thing is undead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit him with a level 3 Divine Smite.
Burn it.
That is going to be...
Yeah,
5d8
just fucking rip
radiant.
it, rip
Oh,
it,
shit.
baby. Slop that down,
8.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Plus 7
Crack
is
one
15.
for the big boy.
Plus 6 is 21. Plus 5 is 26. Plus 4, a flat 30 radiant damage.
Go him!
That's right. Fill these motherfuckers up with light. Okay.
You smash into this thing. Couple things that are interesting about this. You are hurting this thing, right? Your attacks are incredibly effective. It is not recoiling or burning in the way other undead have from radiant damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
It does not.
Maybe we got this backwards on it being tied to the mount.
It does not seem overly concerned about that. It's hurt, but it just kind of laughs, and as your like sword is lighting up this area, like its scythe is also just like dimming that light, being like, light won't save you from this.
All right. Then give me that strength save to not get knocked back 10 feet.
DC.
16.
Alrighty. Yeah, anime style, right? Just smash, 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 and like it's deflecting parts of your blows. Some of them are connecting. Like you still, the radiant energy is still like burning him, even as blocking your sword. At one point, like you hit that smite, and he puts part of his scythe up to deflect it. And he like slides back a foot, but like maintains his stance.
All right.
Did a lot of damage though. God damn.
Damn son.
No, I think everybody else around me is good. I don't need to give anybody a chance to get away. Yeah, no, I think we're good with that.
Okay.
Just swings around the sword, just like limbering up, like, all right, let's get this started.
It's like, oh, real fight. Okay. Just take out the ankle weights and the wrist weights, and you're like, oh, okay. So I was just warming up.
Now, hold on. He's knocked back 10 feet, right?
He does not knock back.
He does not get knocked back.
He saved. That's why he slid like a foot and was like,
okay.
Does my hex affect that with strength?
Oh, my bad. Still passes.
Because I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have disadvantage on that, but he's got a pretty high strength score. Odette. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
I will.
At the start of your
My
turn.
favorite. It's my
DC
lowest stat and the one thing I actually have proficiency in.
Is DC 18.
That is going to be a 16.
Okay. That's not it.
Does not get it.
DC 18.
Too bad. Okay. I'm not gonna re-roll. I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I attack if I'm clutched?
Yeah, this is just a thing that's happening to you, like every turn until you're out.
Oh god.
You take 18 points of effectively bludgeoning damage as the Gloamwing is crushing you in its claws as part of this grapple, as it continues to fly up into the air. But your turn. What do you got?
Great.
You're still grappling.
And shield would not have helped that because it's an auto hit.
Unfortunately, now.
That's okay. I have an idea. So actions. Odette is how far up are we?
Only about 20 feet off the ground.
How many?
20.
20? Only 20? Okay, I heard 120.
No, it can't fly that fast.
Does it move on this? Does it move on this turn?
It'll move on its turn.
Gotta go.
It's just
Cool.
Between diving, flying, and moving back up. That's all of its movement.
Got it.
But like, make no mistake, this thing flies very fast. I just burned a lot of movement in that attack, so we can get you up quick.
No trouble. She's still wreathed in this this glamorous form, having just kind of like pulled on the mantle of the muse in order to manifest this. So she just takes her sword in like both hands, but she clutches part of the blade, and she just starts doing this and starts stabbing at it, trying to weaken its grip.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit? Great. Get this. All right. That is 8 points of magical slashing.
Alrighty.
And she is going to burn Rhapsody. She is in the thralls of it. And I'm going to do Stunning Strike. The DC is 19 con.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Nope. That's gone forever.
Roll in peace.
You said it was DC 19?
Yeah. I did the math. So it's 8 plus 5 for my proficiency, plus 5 for charisma because I'm a dancer, plus 1 for the dragon belt that I have.
It begins to fall.
Odette allows it to fall. I don't know if it, because it's stunned, I don't know if it lets go of me.
That's a good question.
Was that just your first attack?
That was my first attack. I'm trying to learn from you, sir. So
Just keep stabbing it as it's falling. I said fucking die!
if there's one thing that Odette has taken away from being with Alan, it's being relentless.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. It cannot. It automatically fails strength and dex saving throws and attacks against it have advantage, but it does not let go.
It does not let go. That is okay. She continues to attack it.
Get it?
Just gonna unleash.
So now she has advantage because it's falling?
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. It's stunned. You have advantage.
That's a nat
Yeah.
20.
Get it?
Yes!
Roll
Yes!
damage.
Yes. All right. Great. This
Get
is
those
fantastic.
fragile bits as it's not fighting back.
Right in the kidneys.
I meant the heart.
That's why.
Okay. Okay. So.
So yeah, just any die you would roll right now, double it.
Got it. And then just add once. So that would be 16.
Wolf.
16 points of magical slashing. And I'm going to go again.
Okay.
A little less. That is 22.
An
Hit.
additional 22 or just 6 more?
I'm sorry?
An additional 22 or just 6 on top of the 16?
Oh, I'm so sorry. So that was what did I say?
Oh, this is
for
the
damage?
attack roll.
Yeah, so this is a new attack roll.
Got it.
Unless
That
it's
hits.
dead.
Oh, no.
22 hits?
Yeah, 22 hits.
Okay. As she's stabbing it, she's looking down at Valen and like the creature down there. Is the creature reacting to any of this damage? No.
No.
That's okay. Another 10 points of damage. Magical slashing.
There you go.
And she looks at the creature, and she just shakes her head, and she fades into shadow and moonlight, and she appears as close as I can, doing Misty Step to Valen.
Okay, very nice. Good turn.
Double middle fingers in the air, yeah.
Yeah. She's just like sorry, and she just says, "Have a nice flight," and because why not?
Okay. It is its turn. It falls 20 feet and hits the ground.
Damage, falling damage, maybe.
Oh yeah, takes 2d6.
There's some trees in the way. I don't know if that helps, but
It takes 7 reduced to 4. Alrighty.
So resistant to non-magical damage, this sounds like.
Oh yeah. So, but
The
it
ground
crashes into the ground.
the ground is.
This is magical ground. We're in the we're in the Undying Realms.
Order in the court. I would like to
roll
make a
to persuade the
motion-
DM. Yeah.
I want to make a motion that this is a magical place and therefore the ground is magical.
Objection.
Overruled.
So, it slams to the ground. It is stunned for the turn. At the end of the turn, you see it kind of raise its head off the ground and snarl as the stun effect seems to have been saved against.
Ooh.
Right. So it lost its turn, but it can take actions next turn. Man.
Oh, actually, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lady Ursa is going to turn around and seeing that Valen seems to have this, is actually going to move over here and cast a spell on the Gloamwing.
Good.
Sweet. Does that save? Oh, it's really close. It does not. It hits the ground and starts to get back up, and it very clearly wants to take to the sky. And flaps its wings once, is getting prepared to take off, and then like golden tendrils of yellow light just across it and literally bind it to the earth so it cannot take flight.
Nice.
Because that failed that spell too. Damn. All right. And then she is going to bonus action firebolt it.
Yes.
Nice.
What's the nat? This is fucking nat 20.
Oh!
Hell to the yeah for her. All right. 6. That's a lot of damage. 10, 18, 27, 30 damage.
Sorry. Joe,
Yeah.
what did you just drink out of?
What did I just drink?
Out of? Yeah.
Um,
Oh, okay. It's yes. Sorry. From like the parts of it that were, it kind of looked like you were drinking from a bottle of hot sauce, and I was like, "What just happened?"
just throwing
when
it
you
back.
want to game, you game. You know, you go big.
It's
No,
like,
this is just flavored seltzer water. So
yes, yeah, but like because of the parts of it that I guess blended into your, yeah. All right. I was like, we need to have a moment.
I need to roll.
I don't know if you heard about the big news. White Claw has announced they're going to make a new product. They're going to try to make a non-alcoholic White Claw.
Why?
So
for the taste, just for the taste of it. No, that's the wrong song.
So,
Yeah, for the taste.
So
of it.
seltzer water, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d6. I need to roll a 5 or a 6 for this, for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm watching this. 1.
No good. All right, cool. That effect
Perfect.
does not
Love it.
recharge. Okay, the Spectre is going to turn, seeing that his mount has been downed.
I think you need to zoom out on Owlbear in Twitch a little bit. Are we seeing the dice roll in Twitch?
Oh,
No, we are not.
no, but I rolled a 1 at Owlbear, so
That's fine. I just thought it would be fun if we could see it on camera.
gotcha.
We want to see you fail.
Yes, publicly.
It's going to just multi-attack at this point.
Oh my god.
This was the danger of having a scythe and surrounding it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I have a disadvantage again. It's back up.
Okay. Attack. I think the first one's going to go towards Valen, and the next one's going to go to Odette. One hits for Valen. Odette's a disadvantage. It does not get the nat 20, but it still hits. God, that's lucky. Okay. It's got 3. It's got 1 more ability to use. So Valen, you end up taking 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 18 slashing damage. And then
Okay.
What did it? Wait, is it attacking me?
This one's for Valen. It just
Okay.
rushes in and just slices with this massive scythe, and it's it's fast, right? It's strong, it's fast, and it is doesn't actually seem too upset about being surrounded. Um, and slashes, like I said, for 18 slashing damage, and this one's rough. This is an additional 21 psychic damage as the blade connects, and it starts to shake you slightly. Very quickly, that is dissipated. But there's a moment where, like, you feel concerned, afraid, like you might fail, and then that's burned away by the light of the Holy Avenger in your faith.
Okay, so that was how much total?
21 points of psychic damage.
And what was the
Hello!
physical?
18 slashing.
So that is 39 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How are you looking?
I'm at 51.
We got a raid. What's up, folks? We're playing some D&D 5e homebrew nonsense. We split the party, and it is going well enough. No one's dead yet. We got Battle Map 1 and Battle Map 2, and it's all a good time. So welcome to the party. So if anybody doesn't mind dropping the donation link in the chat, I would appreciate that while I'm trying to navigate all of this nonsense. But thank you for popping in. All right. Joe, I need you to make a...
I'm on mute. You couldn't hear me anyway. There we go.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
I'm
Now
proficient, but I'm terrible at it.
Now you're near me, you get your +3.
That's true.
Never mind. I feel better.
That is a DC 21.
Oh.
As this thing, he tried to do something to Valen. Valen, you have incredible swordsmanship, and you recognize this thing is not just fighting to kill you; it's also fighting to disable as well. Capabilities, right?
Okay, so +3, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so 16, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yay!
Woohoo!
The first one I haven't failed today.
Odette braces Dragon Ball Z style.
I think so. I think she just, whatever happens, like, just ribbons of shadow kind of like flutter up to like help her disengage and stuff like that. So as she is in her glamorous form.
Okay. This thing bears down on you, watching the damage you did to its mount. And it can't land a hit on you. And it settles for trying to destroy your things. And there's a point where it connects with your sword, and there's a moment where you feel it might give, and you manage to parry enough that it holds in place. But it's clearly trying to take the fight out of you in any way it can.
Got it. Odette seems a little scared because this is not a tactic that like people usually use on her.
Yeah, not used to that.
No. So she does her best to get out of the way. That's it.
Okay. And then bonus action.
Yeah.
Steps backwards, like has one last slash coming towards you, Odette. You have to duck, and when you look up, it steps back onto its mount, in a almost shadow step manner.
Oh no! So no attack of opportunity.
And looks like it's going to try to free his mount. Okay.
So we don't get to attack it?
No, unfortunately
Not yet. We still go before it next time, though.
That's true. Gets down the line.
Val is looking at you and nod and be like, "We got this asshole. He's trying to run away."
Saving throw failed. Flynn's gonna run over to her.
Poor
Rowan.
Rowan.
Yeah, and like, hey, snap out of it! We need you in the fight, man. What are you doing in the fight? Try to like, just shake him out of whatever like stunning effect has occurred. And
Picturing that scene from Airplane. Next.
Daphne's gonna go for it. She runs over to the Gloomwing and will hit and slashes into it for some more damage, and it screams because it can't escape.
Oh, okay. Valen was gonna be like, group and we'll do it together, but he's just proud of her just going after this thing and just hitting it.
I like the idea you're like, hey, group boss, she's just running past you, like, ah! like,
get it, girl.
I love the idea of all of the dancers from my theater who have been captured and tormented are being taught under this paladin of like war, and they're like, no, we're all for this now.
Love you guys.
What is war, but just not? It's a dance with death, right? Is that just the most final dance?
It's not war; it's battle, and she's in it.
In it to win it. Back on this side of things, man. Bella, you're up. Boneclaw staggered back from just being smited in the face with a gauntleted fist from Sir Osborne, but is still very much here for the fight.
Okay.
Lady Laura seems like she's been stabilized, and looks like she's up and moving.
Good. Should Necrocory move as part of my turn as well?
Yeah. Where do you want Necrocory to go?
So, I don't get to decide. At the start of its turn, the hound automatically knows its target location, and it can only move towards its target by the most direct route. And it can use its action only to attack the target.
Okay. I'm gonna say, since it came in for the Bone Claw, it's going back for the Bone Claw.
Yeah, it cannot choose to attack anything else. So, but its speed, assuming we're using Direwolf stats, is 50 feet.
Oh yeah, no, he fast. I like that.
Leaps over the pool.
Well, plus he's not a physical hound, so they have the ability to, it can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain.
It's bizarre. It actually runs through the Incarnum well, and the Incarnum like separates around him, like he doesn't touch it, as he just plows through this pool, and it's just like he's going for more biting. That's another nat 20. Holy shit.
Okay. So now has advantage on attack roll because it's within at least 5 feet of the creature. Like one of the allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
Good old pack tactics. I'll roll to see if there's another 20. Nope. Okay.
So I actually got a nat 20. I got a 19 and a 20.
Oh heck. Yeah, Corey comes in and just dives to the air and latches on to one of the Bone Claw's arms, and once again is just like muttering, "This guy is delicious. It's the best fight."
I don't do anything special to the damage because it's a nat 20, right? I should just roll as stated.
No, double all dice.
Yeah.
Double the dice or double what happens?
Whatever dice you were going to roll twice as many of them. If you got Hex on there, throw that in twice too.
So that's 10. That's only going to be 15 total.
Okay, still hurts.
And would we call this a creature? What, the Bone Claw? I ask because if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 13.
DC 13 strength.
It does pass that.
Yeah, I figured, but
Um,
maybe I'd get lucky.
No, you see Corey just leaps across, grabs an arm. It looks over towards Corey after like reeling from this smite, and then you just lay into it. I'm sorry, was that Eldritch Blast you cast?
I haven't cast anything yet.
Okay, cool. Go for it. What do you got?
That was all Necrocory so far. What do I got? See, I'm in my usual problem of I don't have good melee options. This is why I'm supposed to be. This is why I'm supposed to be training on rapier. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll do a bonus action of a hex. And let's, for the ability, choose strength.
Okay. That's a good one. He done be hexed.
He done be hexed. And then I'm used to being in fights with Valen where Valen's tanking and I can stay back here and not have to worry about what I'm doing for melee. God, this sucks.
Somebody wanted to split the party.
I regret nothing.
Wasn't me. I was hoping to do one encounter at a time, but
This is better.
No.
Honestly, this is baller.
This is so cinematic. It's so fucking clutch. It's awesome.
Okay. I'm just.
I love that the initiatives have lined up so that we're not going back and forth in mid-turn. Yeah.
So I am just gonna go ahead and do Eldritch Blast like at point blank range.
Okay, throw it. Disadvantage. Go ahead.
So that first one is going to be a 14.
That one misses.
Yeah, I figured.
Deflects it.
That one is going to be a 15.
Also deflected.
Mm-hmm. Last one is going to be a 16.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah!
Narrowing it in.
Count them up. There we go.
Just boop, boop.
He's like, boop, can't hit me. Boop, can't hit me. Thwack in the face.
You're like, I've learned your games.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to be 11 force damage, but then because of the hex, I also do a d6 of necrotic, which will be 5. So 11 force, 5 necrotic.
Got it. Yeah, it kind of laughs at you in the first two, and it's like, this is what you get for disobeying. And Eldritch Blast to the face.
Yay.
Very nice. Okay. What a good turn. Lady Laura's gonna go.
Lady Laura, she's alive.
Yay!
She moves. Right. And I'm gonna ask the Bone Claw to make a saving throw.
Now, when she leaves the pool, does the giant column of light stop?
When she was healed, the light stopped.
Ah!
I did not mention that. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Got a little distracted with all of this, but yeah. Yeah.
So she's no longer hemorrhaging souls.
Correct.
You're welcome.
Okie dokie. Gotta make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, too many tabs. All right. That's a nat 1.
What Constitution?
It's got a decent Constitution too, but nope, that ain't it.
He's winded.
That's a lot of dice.
It's questioning its purpose.
There we go. Zoom out a bit so you can see my dice box. Oh, you can't see the dice box. Oh, that's my bad. Anyway, let me roll some dice.
Your rolls are showing up in the lower right. I think that might be the way that you cut the camera instead of what your zoom is. But
yeah,
it's fine. Problem for another time.
That's fine. That's
a lot of d6.
44 points of damage.
Damn!
As Lady Laura, like, badly injured, right? Barely alive moments ago, healed by Itzel, kind of like pulls herself out of this well of incarnum and pulls in so much shadow energy that the actual Undying Realms go dark for a second. And she just looks at this thing and says, "Be unmade." And a just bolt of dark necrotic energy slams into this thing and just rips chunks of bone and what little flesh it has remaining from its body as it almost fully disintegrates and instead just drops as a charred blackened skeleton. At which point she literally collapses.
Oh god.
And it's still fine, but just you see her like after that moment, like her hand kind of shakes, and she's breathing heavy, which is weird. Like, or like looks like a person who is putting out a lot of effort for someone who does not have to breathe, and just crumbles from the exertion. Okay. Itzel, you're up.
I don't want to be this person, but I kind of want to be this person. This shadow dude over here, like, is he doing anything?
He is lower on the initiative, but also I didn't have attack on this turn.
Okay. I was like,
I was gonna say he never did anything in the first round of attacks.
I was like, I'm wondering if he did something and I didn't notice it or whatever. Yeah. It's okay. Clearly did things and we just did not perceive. Okay.
What's your AC? 17?
Now it's 16, I think.
I got 17 on here. I missed both.
Oh, maybe not. It might be 17. We got new stuff.
Yeah. It missed both attacks.
As far as you know, it's 17.
That's true.
Okay. Delightful. So
God damn.
I'm going to do a thing. Fine. Okay. I don't need to use a bonus action anymore to change my starry form because I'm cooler with that now. But you are going to see, instead of the like chalice, the like clouds shift in my like weird semi-corporeal starry form, and now it's the form of the archer. I am going to cunning action this shadow bitch that now is over here. So bye. We're gonna disengage from it. And Bone Claw dude is gone.
There was a just pile of what looks like charred bones laying in front of
God damn it. All right, fine. Never mind. I stay where I am. Well, we'll still move because now I feel like it. So screw it. Deal with it. Fine. I had a cool thing, and now the pile of bones, and I can't do the cool thing. But it's cool. It's fine. Whatever. Initiative. Um. All right. We will. It's fine. Never mind. We'll stay in chalice form. I'm going to just hit the dude then. Pretend I said nothing. I didn't move. He's here. He failed to hit me. That's insulting. We're going to hit him with my new rapier because I feel like it.
Get him!
Like, how dare.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay. So that's, what, 22 to hit? So, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, that
Yes.
hits.
Okay, I was like, you didn't
Yeah.
say anything. Do I miss this dude?
No,
Alright.
that absolutely hits him.
Okay. Awesome. Okay,
Shit.
so he's gonna take 12 damage from that.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't down him, I will shoot a radiant arrow at him.
He's still up.
Okay, great. So he gets a radiant arrow. 4. It's 2d8 plus 4. 14.
Oh, shit. That does it. The slash starts to, like, cause it again to fall apart a bit. It pulls itself back together just in time to hit, boom, be hit with that radiant damage. You see the light go through it, causing cracks all through this shadow, and then it just dissipates.
It sounds like slash with her like Chotel, like, you know, curved blade, and then like as you know, like that slash is done, the radiant arrow almost like comes out of my hands without them having to disengage from the actual like handle of the blade, and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, I like you," because we haven't fought with it yet. Yay! There we go.
Very nice.
I actually did it.
I'll say
Other than like heal people, it's fine.
I'll say the MVP move was getting Lady Laura up, but also like the fact that
Also,
Bone
like
Claw-
Osborne did good things when he was back awake. That was, you know,
true.
was
It was
important.
the combination of the spell she used and the nat 1 on the saving throw was like, well, this guy's toast. But that was a good move. All right. Last round for this. It looks like this rider is intending on. One wouldn't call it fleeing. One would call it a tactical regroup elsewhere.
Oh no, we're calling it flee.
But it looks like it's trying to run.
All right, I've been spending the last several minutes looking up the mechanics on this. So, he is back on his mount. He is wrapped in vines. He is trying to get away. Valen wheels Gruff around and charges at him, and at the last second leaps off of Gruff and onto the dragon. This is a strength save to make the jump and a dex save to stick the landing.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'll give you something even better. I
Okay.
think Valen with pure with his athletic prowess can make this jump regardless. You hit me a DC 20 athletics, I'll give you advantage on the first attack.
Perfect. Love it. I think that'll do it. That is a 13, and my athletics is 9. That is a 22.
Yeah, no, you got momentum, and you just dive through the air. You have
Just-
advantage on your
You
first
see,
attack.
you see, Gruff just drops the front. Valley comes off. Just, if you break free of these vines, I'm coming with you now, and just smash.
Roll.
So you said I have advantage.
Yeah. Sorry, roll to attack, not roll damage. Jeez.
I'll take the roll damage right away. That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Actually, that just barely hits.
That is all right. You'd think I'd have this memorized by now. That is. Ooh, where'd it go? 13 magic slashing. 9 radiant,
Whew, all right.
and then I'm going to hit him with a level 2 smite. So that is 4d8 radiant. 2, 4, 5, 12 radiant on 4d8. Not great.
Okay. Yeah, you again smite into him. It doesn't react in any way that shows you it's afraid, but you recognize the defensive posture when you see one.
Okay.
It's no longer on the offense.
Okay. Second attack is going to be another thunderous smite, and I'm going to knock his ass off this mount. That is nat 20.
Hot
Can you
damn.
see that?
Okay.
Sort of. I don't know.
Good God.
That's a nat 20. This is a lot of dice.
We've been throwing a bunch of nat 20s. This is
This combat.
a very special episode.
Did you lock yourself in the room playing with the door? All right. So I'm dropping another level 3 smite on this. So this is going to be a shitload of die. Starting it off. 16 magic slashing. 1, 4, 9, 13, 20, 18. Sorry, doubled that. Oh no, I do get to double that. 18, 23 radiant. The thunderous smite is 12 thunder, and then the crit on divine smite is 10d8. 7, 9, 12, 15.
I don't know if I need to do a reaction
16.
this turn, but
19,
I might.
27, 35, 42, 48 radiant on the smite. And I'm going to need a strength save to see if his ass doesn't get knocked off his horse.
And include the hex, if that counts.
Only for your damage, sadly. Oh, yeah, no, only for your damage. This is a save. Hex is for abilities. Yeah, if I was trying to shove him and he was fighting back, that's when the hex is handy.
Got it.
So when you rolled out your damage, and then you said, "Hey, I have 10d8 to roll out for my divine smite," he had 12 hit points left at that point. I just wanted to see.
Lord, great.
And you just smash into him, and your final smite blows him off the mount, and he disintegrates in the air as he is falling, and just dust hits the ground.
Awesome. What happens to the dragon I'm standing on?
Dragon you are standing on screams when that happens, and begins a rapid smoky melt.
Oh,
Right.
And
it starts to just literally wash away, and covers the grass in a moment in some sort of black goo that just wisps into nothingness as the next breeze comes through. This thing is defeated. Fuck, that was a lot of all right.
I don't know if I need to use my reaction to give anybody temporary hit points, but I think we are done here.
He had a fighting chance until that crit.
Do they leave anything behind?
Oh.
Not but dust and shadow?
Let me double check. I don't believe.
Or is it just lots of ribs again?
So many ribs.
You
Well,
win.
it was like this, but in a
Good
weird
job.
way that it looks like his like fingers were like, but with ribs.
But
He's doing the Mr. Burns with his ribs. Yeah.
But like with ribs.
oh, hey, I follow. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, unfortunately, they all around here is nothing left but broken corpses, bones, and like a fine layer of black dust from these things that have been just slain by this your dance students / Valen's soldiers now, right? That held their
The
own.
dancing army.
Yeah, and honestly, like you arrived at the right time because they held their own, but they weren't ready to fight a dragon, right? Who is?
You walk up and find Valen has got his shield and he's carving a little dragon in the bottom along with a bunch of little hash marks.
What? There are more. So
more.
Now we need to get the dancers. Where's the rest? Where's everyone else? Where's the rest of the troop?
Rowan finally snaps out of whatever psychic attack had a hold of him, and as he kind of blinks and comes to his senses, Daphne says, They tried to escape. The way was blocked, so they barricaded themselves in at the barracks for defense. As far as I know, they're still there. We had to split from them, and we tried to fall back as defensively as possible, but they pushed us into the open field, and it was okay until they brought in that thing. I mean, I guess we didn't see that coming. we just didn't.
You did great work. You saved your friends.
I'm very proud of all of you. And like I feel like the glamour fade probably is like fading away. Well, the temporary hit points I think last a little while longer.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Good work. We need to get there. If you need to come, if you feel the need to come with us, I would be glad to have you fight by our side. But I also understand that."
I mean, fight's over when it's over, and it's not over.
She like cast like this noir kind of glance at Valen and like kind of nods. Right you are. We need to find Lady Alora. Lady Ursa, is she nearby? We saw some light.
Lady Alora went to the Wellspring in Carnum to protect it.
She looks over to where that light was. Is that kind of in my memory where that's where the Wellspring was?
Mm-hmm. And the light at this point has disappeared from the sky.
Lady Ursa, the light is out. What does that mean?
It could be good or bad.
Nat 20, shit. I think it means that we're safe. Or at least she is.
The relief is just like, it's like slams into Odette. And they're like, kind of like, the full 5 foot of her just kind of like heaves a sigh of relief. She says, then we need to get to the barracks, as you said. Valen, may I ride with you once more?
Absolutely. Pulls Odette on, and we're going to go. I don't want to leave the others behind, so I'm going as fast as they can because they've had themselves a day, and we're going to take off.
They get by you. They're inspired to move a little faster.
Yeah, that's true.
They start a good old double time and just start running with you. Back on this side. Corey's
Quick bookkeeping note, because the Bone Claw presumably was reduced to 0 hit points, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Necrocory dissipates.
Necrocory is sitting there.
Oh, no.
It's a one target thing. Cannot switch to other targets. So once that target is gone, they disappear.
Just nomming on a bone from like the Bone Claw's femur. It's like, seriously, this is a great arrangement. Anytime you need me, just give me a call. Can I take one of these with me?
Oh yeah. Go for it.
All right. Like just mouths up, like does the thing where it detaches its jaw again, and like just scoops up like 5 large rib bones. And it's like, I don't know if you stay with me when I'm gone, but hey, I might as well try, right? I did not kill that dog. Well,
It also would not have been hard for you to do so. He only gets temporary hit points equal to like half my level or something like that. So he's like got 6 hit points.
hey,
1 hit and he would have been down.
He did great work.
You did
He
great
did
work.
great work.
Just boning about.
Unless it's that he gets a dire wolf level of hit points plus temporary hit points equal to my level. That makes sense. That's probably what they mean.
I mean, he got some hit points. He can take a few hits. So, Sir Osborne runs over to Lady Alora and kind of helps her up. So they're both very badly hurt, but otherwise will survive, right?
Yay.
Lady Alora looks at both of you and says, thank you. And gives a second look to Itzel and goes, I would say it was good timing, but I think you knew where to be. Where's Odette?
They went to the forest. There were active combat sounds coming from a different direction, and she and Valen both charged into the fray. And I'll like motion to like where we heard the sound.
The last thing you would hear in that moment is like a screechy noise coming from, like, you heard it before, is this Gloomwing was like going over back and forth, like screaming over the battlefield. This one sounds like it's in pain and then ceases.
Sounds promising.
I think they have the situation firmly under control.
In hand. Yes.
Let's regroup. Bill, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This would be charisma. This would be a charisma saving throw. And it is DC 18.
So I would fail unless we think I should try to use one of the group inspirations if we think this is important enough.
This sounds weird. I don't trust
Do
it.
it.
I say you do
Do
it. Do it.
Okay.
Oh, how many
Still
inspiration do you
fail.
have?
I only got 1 higher on that roll. All right, I fail. And I've burned one of our inspiration points.
Hey, that's what it is.
Burn to the ground.
Oh,
The Bone Claw is dead.
Oh no.
But it's, to quote a cool movie, hard to kill an idea, right? And that thought just kind of lingers in your brain of like, it's all in your ability to choose your own actions. And
Choose your own adventure.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. And ignore your purpose, right? You just can't help but shake the idea of Is that what's happening? Or are you missing something? It's no mechanical effect. It's just a thought that lingers with Bella. It'll probably be there as you nod off to sleep in the nights in the future.
Haha, joke's on you. I don't sleep.
No, because of these terrible thoughts. But,
Not only do I not sleep, I cannot be forced to sleep either.
very handy. But I think this is a good place to call it. As all of you are moving to regroup through the dark woodland environment of the Undying Realms, and noticing shadows are a little less insidious. There are stars back in the sky. Blazing full moon is adding a little bit of just pale white wash over the environment, lighten up some of the purple and more darker blue trees. And it feels a little more, Odette, like the place you're used to seeing. But something still is a little off. And that makes you quicken your step.
We should move faster if we can.
That's what we'll call it. Hey, good fights. That actually went
Yay!
better than I thought.
What words of encouragement.
You
I
split
have
the
a
party
feeling-
against two very large things, and I was like, all right, good luck.
We
I
had
have a
good pairs.
feeling If the dancers were not there, then Lady Ursa would be very dead at this point.
Yes. That's why I was like, it affects things, like, but yeah, it was a good,
It's
way to
true.
play
We
that.
had to make that call at the beginning. Would she have been alone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would have happened if we'd smashed that door with the barrier on it?
Oh, at the very beginning? It
Yeah.
would have exploded.
How bad?
Of course.
I mean,
Everything-
you all probably would have survived it. But it's one of those things where then you have less, right? Less hit points going in. But for anyone trying to flee, right? The idea of already being like hurt from battle, and then like 2 exploding zombies, and then an exploding glyph on a door as well. Like, they may have gotten through it, some of them, you know, but they would have been badly hurt. And the explosion would have drawn more attention.
That's I was going to use Thunderous Smite to break down the door and send the zombies flying. I was then going to point out that Thunderous Smite does say specifically in the spell it can be heard from 300 feet away.
Now there, what I thought about doing was, if too much noise was made on that initial piece, I would have taken the third group and sent it to the other
Intercept us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the creepy guys in the forest?
Yeah. But as it stands, like, y'all stealthed out. Like, Odette used the pass without trace and, like, hid Valen. Bella went invisible, and you all just, like, kind of glided past that initial sentry, right? So at that point, like, you were in the fight well before they could have, 18 seconds, right? Like, well, there's no way reinforcements are getting there that fast. So that was a good move there.
That went very, very well.
Stealth good.
Yeah,
'cause I got plenty of, like, I got plenty of undead dumb shit that I can just, like, throw at the party for funsies, but none of it was needed, so very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all of them. Yikes.
Mm-hmm. I got lots of stuff.
Stop showing off.
Hey, I worked hard to cause problems for you all. That was a very good session.
I am really impressed with. I feel like we are getting good at this. We're getting better at coordinating all of our abilities, and
Oh yeah.
I was hyper nervous. I'm like, maybe one of us should go with Bella. I don't know, but unfounded worries, unfounded.
Yep.
I think you killed it.
We have to trust our teammates.
Yes, we got this.
I need to. Oh no, I'm locked out of Twitch. What happened?
Uh-oh.
That is actually kind of one of Alan's things, is that he absolutely believes that any one of you has this until he sees otherwise. If he ever sees you in a fight, he's just like, they got it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And Valen's down to what, 40 some hit points?
51
Cool.
from 108.
All right.
I took a bit of a hit, but I'm maybe just below half. So that crushing thing sucks.
Got your attention, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of helplessness that you initially feel. You're like, and the dragon takes you, crushes you for fun, and flies into the sky and lands.
And I'm leaving now.
See, what was supposed to happen was the dragon was going to fly up and then drop you, and then you're a monk, so it would have been okay. But it didn't know that, so
Yeah.
Usually dropping things from pretty high works pretty well to kill them.
I was thinking, I was like, God, how high am I? I'm like, wait a second, I have a couple of things. I have Misty Step, I have Shadow Step, I have Slow Fall, I have Feather. I'm fine.
Now you would have been good. I would have just taken you out of the fight for a bit. Bella having the Bone Claw not attack you saved you 8d10 plus
Holy.
12 piercing damage.
D10.
So.
And just 12.
It's entirely possible on
That
a
could
very
down
good
you in
roll
more.
you
Yeah.
could have one-shot me. Yes.
Really?
No, those things are stupidly strong, but that ability and keeping Sir Osborne alive, because like, oh, okay, like Bella's gonna live, but Sir Osborne's gonna die, and you're like, watch this, and then Vicky coming in and being like, I'm only reducing it by 1. It's like I missed it by 1, so well done.
That was the one he needed.
Holy crap!
And his one weakness was fate and existentialism.
Yeah, no one's ready for that. It's just a hard
true.
thing. One of these days I'm going to kill an NPC. We get there.
Don't you dare! We're protecting even the weirdos. We're protecting them.
That's right. Dave, 3 days from retirement. Bill just got married to his wife with a kid on the way. They're all making it home from this horror movie.
They're all making it home.
Even the new NPC with that red shirt.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, I for some reason cannot get into Twitch, which makes me sad. So unfortunately, I have nobody to raid. But who's got some cool things they want to talk about as we kind of get ready to wind down?
I will say that if anyone is a fan of the Maryland Renaissance Festival, September 30th of this month, we will be doing a very, very large cosplay as the Fae Courts. We will be winter, summer, spring, and fall courts. If you would like to join, jump in the Discord and let us know. If you want to get some pictures, just feel free to catch us there.
Heck yeah. That's going to be exciting.
I want to.
It is going to be fun. I'm going to be a Lord of Winter. Jen, are you going to be fall again?
Most likely.
And Andy, I think you said you weren't going to be able to make it.
I'll be there for this one.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
There we go. I got into Twitch. Good for me.
Nice.
You're hereby obligated to take pictures of everyone, by the way.
I'll
if
do
you
a
are
little
playing
promo.
and posting them, because goddamn, yeah.
We'll have lots of pictures.
Thank you.
I'm Joe Gates. I live in Philadelphia, and I do performative stuff here. Anything from like Ren fairs to even improv and stuff. And I'm doing super spooky improv stuff coming up in October. But you can keep track of that. It's every first and second weekend in October, November, December, and January. We're keeping it spooky all the way through. It's going to be a really, really, really fun show, all improvised on the spot. And there are curses in between, we collect curses from people. We collect secrets, and we curse the players on stage, so they might have to like speak in gibberish for the entire rest of the show. It's going to be a lot of very, very interesting, fun stuff. But if you follow me on Instagram at Comedy Showgates, you can keep up with all that stuff there. Sometimes I just leave it in the profile.
Heck yeah. All of our social medias are on the Twitch page, and also our LFTA socials are in the chat right now, to include our Discord. So if you want to hop into the Discord and hang out with a bunch of people who like to spam memes and post pictures of their pets, you'd be among friends.
Yeah, and they're cooking, and apparently pictures of us is the fake art, and
Yeah, all the cool things.
all the cool things. Oh,
I believe, Chris, you said you're out for the next session, right?
I think the next two, oddly enough,
Cool.
sadly enough.
So we'll put a pause on our adventures in the Undying Realms, and we're going to take a little step back to Waterdeep with some of our other NPC friends who are back trying to resolve some issues there, which is fun because while we have an evil lich named Zangi trying to destroy the world or do some silly lich shit, right? You know, like you do, right?
It's fun to say.
Yeah. There are other powers at work trying to save the world, and they aren't just the heroes in the Shadowfell. There are people trying to rescue everyone in Neverwinter who's been caught up in this occupation. And we'll see what they're up to, which will be a lot of fun. And people may or may not be playing weird, cute murder animals. Who knows?
Yay!
Yeah, who knows? But with that, we're gonna go to our thanks for watching screen and then hop into a raid. So we're gonna go raid Total Party Kiss, who's playing some D&D right now, and stop in, say hi, throw him a follow, and just be cool. Thank y'all for watching. I had a blast with everyone here, and Chris, you'll be missed, but we'll see you again shortly. All right, have a good night.
Night.
Good night.